Bros, your ultimate Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women.
All right, let's see. We are... We are bugging out again. Let's see what we got here. All right. We are live. Welcome, family, to the show. Let's first get the technicals out the way. Are you guys hearing me loud and clearly? Is the stream coming through? So we can go ahead and get this party started. We have a lot to talk about today. This was actually more of a continuation from the stream last night. I was having some technical difficulties with the internet here in the beautiful land of smiles. So before we get started, let me know if you guys can hear me clearly. And if we're coming through loud and clear, you can just press 1 in there and we can get this party started, guys. We have a lot to talk about today. The space, it's been going crazy. There's a lot of streams. We're going to break down some of the streams, some information, some misinformation. We have a lot of influencers speaking on the situation in Kenya. The unfortunate situation in Kenya. Even the Kenyans are not speaking on it. That's why I want to kind of waste some time to see how they would respond as well. But this clown has went viral. Now, he has to announce that he was a passport bro a long time ago. But we're going to break everything down in this stream. I'm going to open up the panel later on as well, because I want to get your guys' opinions on that. All right. Look, we're coming through loud and clear. So everybody's pressing 1. Everybody's pressing 1. Let's get to it then. Let us get to it, man. I hope everything is okay. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the room. Shout out to my man Brandon Clark in the building, always representing on the Passport Bros app and in the original Passport Bros Facebook group, by the way, the very first one. The last one, it will be the last one at some point, because we're going to take some of the other Facebook groups down as well. But give a shout out to my man Brandon Clark in the builder. Also, before we get started, guys, there were some complications with the app. The app might have been down for maybe like 2-3 hours. That kind of happens when developers are working on something to try to introduce something new to the platform. They take it from the dev server and try to, apply it to the live server. And we had to, unfortunately, it was down for a couple of hours, but it's back up. We've been working on that live feature so we can have some of these conversations on the live, on the Passport Bros app as well. So make sure to download the Passport Bros app. All right. A lot of conversations in the room, man. Hold on. Let me catch everybody in here before we get the party rolling. Shout out to my man Rolling Travels in the building, if I haven't already shouted them out. Shout out to my man Big Mike in the building. Jay Rello is Somali. that was born in the USA. He is not FBA. He is not like us. I wouldn't even put Jay Rello on being a Somali, but shout out my dad, Big Mike. And I got this weird message like in the middle of the night. You know, it was, you know, of course, somebody that, you know, knew me sent me this message about giving Jay Rello like 72 hours to vacate Kenya or else. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not gonna play the video or anything like that. But he's really you know, he's went viral in Kenya, that's for sure. And they got articles about him and everything like that. Luckily, though, the Kenyans are not calling him a passport, bro. They're just saying an American black at this point in time. All right. The passport, bro, was just spent on him by World Star in order to get clicks and views. I told you we are a victim of the depth of the popularity of the term right now, you know. But I was also thrown up in this too, as well. A lot of people was throwing my name around, you know, kind of loosely, as if I had something to do with this. You know, I said I empowered Jay Rello. Before we even get to all of that, yes, I did bring this clown on my platform a few years ago when he was stranded in the Dominican Republic. All right. Unbeknownst to me, he had, you know, a criminal record. This is before he started doing necessarily the crash out content. He was just a dude that was in the Dominican Republic stranded. All right. And you guys know how I am about that, you know, helping brothers out and everything like that. So I said, okay, let him, you know, let's see what he got to say. So I interviewed him because he went viral like that. And by him going viral, I think it's been somewhat of a gift and a curse because he wants to continue to keep going viral and have viral moments, no matter how dangerous they are. And when you try to do that overseas, you know, you can get away with a lot of bullshit in the States, but when you overseas and you're insulting the locals, the people, you know, assaulting in some cases, man, you really playing with fire. What up, Jay Clyde? What's good? What's good? We almost got 150 in the room. We in here heavy. We are in. Somebody said he's a Fed. He's a Fed, brother. Somebody said they have been alerted to FBI. Chris G said, this is what I think to myself. See, we gotta have a bigger conversation. And I spoke a little bit on this yesterday on the stream on the balcony. I spoke a little bit on this because it's a bigger play at hand when one individual can ruin it for millions. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we gotta fix. You know, because it's almost trying to abide by this impossible standard that was unfortunately put on us, you know, a while ago. Let's say that they've been kind of bashing our image in the media for the last, you know, 40, 50 years. But even prior to that, you know, they've been bashing us and everything like that. So we have this thing to where if one person do something wrong that's black, then it all falls on all of us. Versus if somebody from another ethnic group does one thing wrong, if they're like a serial killer or eat people or fighting or something, they're labeled as an individual every time. So that's something that that goes beyond this issue right here, because we're going to have to fix that over time. We're going to have to repair our image over time. All right. That's why it's important to kind of stand on this term that was coined and phrased, you know, by black men, basically. I coined the phrase. And we've been using that phrase interchangeably, but we got to stand on it because, yeah, it's a lot of backlash because for several reasons. We can get into that later on the show. I'm going to open up the panel. All right. But at this point in 2025, it is time for black men and specifically to kind of stand on business and stop trying to run away from, you know, certain stereotypes or whatnot, or bad press. Because the reality is we're going to get bad press regardless because we don't control our image, or we haven't controlled our own image up until now, right? And that's why I always show brothers in a good light. That's been my whole intention, was to show the different side of black men that they hide from the media. Because let the Western media say all we can do is jump high, play ball, fight in the ring, you know, dance on the stage. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's the only thing that the Western media, we're bad fathers, we're violent, we're thugs, we're street. You know, we're all over the place. We come from broken homes and the projects. That's what the Western media has been broadcasting about us for the last 40, 50 years. And we all know that's a stereotype. That's not true. And the crazy part is when you are in these other countries and you tap into, you know, their news cycle, you see the same shit going on. You see the South Asian gangs, all right? You know what I'm saying? You see what the Chinese be up to with their little crimes, the Koreans, all right? The Middle Eastern, oh my goodness, the Arabs, they off the chain. The Israelis and shit, they off the chain, bro. You know what I'm saying? They try to ban them from Thailand and shit. So you see all these other ethnic groups, you know, pretty much almost doing the same thing. The unfortunate situation with us is the fact that we have chosen, whether we've been chosen or not, but we have the soundtrack to crime. It's called hip hop, which started out, you know, as a pure art form, original art form by FBAs. Now that's been kind of like co-opted. And because we are the soundtrack providers to crime everywhere, that's generally the crime theme song. It's almost similar to when you hear the Italians, how they were stereotyping the mafia. Some of them don't want to even be associated with being Italian because they get stereotyped right away. Or are you in the mafia? You know, are you in La Cosa Nostra and all that shit just because they're Italian? All right. Somebody say Jay Rello scared. Yeah, I got a weird message in the middle of the night talking about, yeah, BMT. I told Jay Rello he got 72 hours to vacate Kenya or else. I'm like, who the hell is this? I'm like, click. Said BMT was a non-FBA hairline. Y'all know what a non-FBA hairline is. Come on, man. Y'all know damn well we be spotting out you people from different places by their hair. And I'm bald. I can say that. I'm bald, but still, you know, if your hairline like this and shit like that, you know, something ain't right. Because we know FBA hairlines be crispy. Get Jay Rello here, man. Hey, yeah, hey, big homie looked like he was serious. I'm not even going to speak on big homie. You know, I can real recognize real. I'm gonna let big homie do his thing. All right, so Rello is not FBA. He is a Dusty Tedder. All right, we got 181 guy in the room. All right, but I want to point something out before we get to Jay Rello. Actually, we got a lot to talk about, and I'm gonna open up this panel. All right. But I want to bring this up. Let me bring this up right here. And hopefully, let me load it up now so it can get some time to load up and play.
Put a black eye on all.
Okay. We're gonna let this is about a 3-minute clip from a live stream from my brother Andrew from the Andrew Show. You guys have seen him here before, and I gotta kind of hop on Andrew a little bit. You know, that's my man's and everything. But bros, when you run these streams and you kind of in our space, you know, we know it's public, we know it's, you know, coveted, you know, we all know it's on YouTube. That's why I can't wait till we get the streams together on the Passportbros app so we can kind of have some of these conversations. Because when you allow somebody else to kind of come into that space, which is cool, we know we're welcoming family. You know how brothers are. We welcome everybody you know, within our space if they're respectful, right? But on these streams, man, sometimes you got to check people. And if you're not comfortable being confrontational, you look like the clown, all right? Especially coming where we're coming from. And in some cases, sometimes I feel like people that are, you know, Black from Caribbean and everything, they are more, even Africans, they are a little bit more tolerant towards certain things that FBAs, and I'm not trying to make this an FBA conversation, but it's just certain things that hit us differently, right? Being through all the bullshit that we've been through in the States. You know, we love our homeland, but we know how things can trigger, not necessarily an emotional trigger, but we can just say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because if you go in some of these other ethnic group spaces and you say certain terms, they'll get you out immediately. Hell, they might even hurt you, bro. Like, don't think that it's just Black Americans that's sensitive to certain terms that other people say. I seen it out here in Thailand when it was a white guy saying, I think it was ni hao. He was saying hello in Chinese to a Thai, and the Thais got on his ass right away. They was like, nigga, I ain't Chinese. Who the fuck you talking to like that? You see what I'm saying? So don't make it seem like, because people try to make this seem like, oh, y'all was being emotional and everything. Nah, man. You know, you say some dumb shit, people gonna check you. Anyways, here's the clip right here. And shout out to my man Felix, because he was the first one that kind of hopped on top of this.
Home. You're not welcome here. Okay, what he did in Africa, put a black eye on all of us because now this is what they're looking at. He's lucky he didn't get. He don't know what kind of brothers or man she got in the background.
Hey, can you guys hear the audio? Because the video's not playing, unfortunately. This damn, bro, I tell you. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio. Press 1 if you can hear the audio. So I know the actual video isn't playing. We got 217 in the chat. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Okay, so you guys hear the audio. You guys hear the audio. Okay, cool. Let's go.
That's probably why he had to go move from where he was staying. But you can't do that. You don't treat a woman that way at all. If you don't like her, you give her the money and you let her go. You don't do that for clout. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna talk too much.
Okay, we got Poppy
I don't
Rico.
feel comfortable with what I see.
We got Poppy Rico in the building. Poppy Rico, do you?
Now, Poppy Rico is the white-looking gentleman in the bottom right-hand corner. Like I said, I don't think the video is playing. It's borging a little bit. But this is the guy, the white guy you guys see right down here on the bottom right-hand side of the screen.
Come up here, little soldier boy. Come on up here.
Come on here. I had to come on here. Okay, so there's like a name like Ninja, Nigga, and Nigger, right? And it seems like fucking Fearless has a problem with something I said, right? So let me make sure I clarify something.
Did y'all hear that shit? Did y'all hear that? Everybody's just kind of like in stucco mode right now, but it's about to get real in a second. Shout out to Fearless and Ronan, my man, Black Man Travels.
About a month ago, right? I sent that motherfucking Kings and Dreams a message on WhatsApp, and I called him a nigger. And let me make sure.
What? How can you be so comfortable coming to a space as telling other black men that you called another black man a nigger with the hard ER? Okay. And my man Andrew just sitting there.
It's clear.
Excuse me? Wait. You call him a what?
A nigger. Not a nigger. Not a nigga. A nigger.
He clarified it too. He made it sure he was disrespectful with it. He made sure. That's how. Hey man, you got these guys coming into our spaces being a little too comfortable, bro. Real talk. Andrew just sitting there. Look where Andrew
Heard him. Okay, there goes my monetization. God damn it.
There goes my monetization. That's what you worried about at that point, Andrew? Why you drinking wine, bro? Come on, he just literally sit there and disrespected you on your show.
Sorry, Andrew. But let's make sure it's
now he trying to throw up some, I'm cool West Side type bullshit.
clear, right?
Where all this shit's getting at, man? I'm fucking lost now, bro. What the fuck is all this?
He calling dudes niggers.
Hey, boy, Fearless, boy, I won't fuck with Fearless, bro. Fearless gonna eat his ass up. Pause. You gonna tear his ass up.
The good thing is, what I learned is.
Okay, all right, come on, guys.
I mean, we ain't doing that dumb.
And they're trying to say that he's not white. I'm like, brother, what the hell is white then? I don't give a damn if his name is Poppy Rico.
Shit here, bro. Stop.
Come on, let me let this catch up. They put him on a big screen and shit. Let me let this catch up, man. All right, let me get some of this. Somebody said Jrello is an ER. I started it. Yeah, I can't wait till we open up a panel tonight. I started it. You made Passportbros inclusive. I don't know how y'all keep throwing me under the goddamn bus. Yeah, Andrew laughed. Yeah, he did say it with his whole chest. He just up there like, yeah, I call Kings and Dreams a nigger. I'm like, what the? This is what we letting go down in our space now, family? Right, let me catch a super chat as this video loads up real quick. Hold on. Man, I gotta do something about this damn. Hold on, family. Let me try closing out some of these other screens, man. Let me close out a few of these damn screens because this shit's showing up too slow. All right. Shad's my man, wonderful travels with the super chat, man. We'll get back to the video in a moment. He's indicative of Black American. He's indicative of Black American culture. We celebrate crash outs. We create trends based on Pookie activities. Very correct, sir. A Jrello gets more views in BMT or Barber World or on Easter Island. Shit is sad. Yeah, I mean he's a crash out artist. Shout out to my man, Wonderful Travels in the building. Appreciate the super chat, brother. All right, let's get back to it.
That fucking story, bro.
No, because this what happened in Cincinnati. The same dude thought he had all that thing. He's a Russian dude. He could go into the hood and call some brothers niggas. And you see what happened to him. So Poppy Rico, it's great that you can do this online, but you would never come to anyone in our face and say that word.
Never. Yo. Let me make sure it's clear, right?
My thing is, why y'all keep letting these goofy ass white boys come in our space and talk shit?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you,
hey, if it wasn't my line, you been gone blocked and banned. But your corny ass sit up here and let this dude goddamn say fucking nigga right up on the fucking panel. That's crazy.
Yo, Andrew, bro, this is what I was talking about. You can't let
the N word to me.
The minute you just said
that's crazy. So you just sit up here.
Bro,
he come
you would never be welcome in any of my rooms after
the fact that he's still on, Andrew. The fact that he's fucking still on.
Andrew just sitting back there, man. Oh, where's Andrew from? Andrew never answered that question, bro. I'm sorry, brother, but where are you from? Because where are you from, brother? Where you just sitting back? I think Andrew might be from the Caribbean or somewhere, man. Shout out to Andrew. Andrew, you want to come on the panel? Let us know what your thoughts were about this.
Let me just ask him a question.
Ain't no fucking explaining this shit, man. Drop his ass.
Hey, old boy was just like, and I called Kings and Dreams a nigger. No. Not nigger, not nigga, nigger. Like, come on, bro. Somebody said he's from Jamaica.
Poppy Rico. I understand, but let's give him a chance to explain himself. Like, why did you call,
dude? This is a clown shit. This, you know what, man? Look, you are killing the fucking vibe here. You are killing the fucking vibe here, man. And you allow this shit to fucking run.
Fearless kept on calling
this shit is trash, man. No, get the fuck off.
And
we don't want you here.
Well, I got to let you.
Thank you, Black Man Travels. Thank you. Janal, thank you, sir. Fearless, thank you, sir. Ronan Travels, and whoever else was speaking on this, I think it was HB, thank you. Andrew, you dropped the ball on that one, brother. You know you're my dude, but you dropped the ball on that shit, though. That's something we can't tolerate in our own space. That's like somebody coming into your home while you and your friends is chilling, playing spades or poker or whatnot, and saying something to kind of poke the bear. And you know he wouldn't do that shit in person. Big Mike says Andrew's show is Jamaican. So he is Jamaican because there's certain words Andrew can't pronounce. Like he can't pronounce BMT. He says BMTs. He says pocket geles. Like there's certain words. I just be like, yo, where this dude from, man? Because he got, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's this guy from, bro? But shout out to Big Mike with $1.99 says super chat. He says Andrew's show is Jamaican. He's not FBA. D Griff with a $2 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. It says Andrew is from New York. I'm not surprised he allowed it. Yeah, you know, New York got different types of social rules per se. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it because I've been around certain people with, you know, light skin that say the N-word or say nigga and shit like that in a certain way because they grew up around us. And I'm not, you know, I don't feel like a certain way that, you know, a Puerto Rican is saying nigga and shit. Me personally, but you just never know. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them situations where you got to be careful because, you know, some people just see somebody different saying a word that shouldn't be said in certain times. You might get knocked the fuck out. That's a possibility. All right? Because there's certain words in everybody's culture that are not to be said by anybody else. Trust me, it's just not us. You know, it's certain words, you know, that could damn near lead to civil wars, bro. Believe it or not. The production skills are horrible. All right. Exactly, Brooklyn Prophet. All right, exactly. Very, very chaotic. Now, let me, and I'm gonna open up a pound in a second. I see my man Danny Flight in the building. We're gonna get to Jrello in a moment. We got 264 in the building. I want to play this right here. Hopefully this plays.
Bro name has already been bought by Aaron Ferris.
Hold on. All right, so we got my man Austin Holloman. We're gonna get to Jrello in a moment. How this came from the Jay Rello incident, how my name was kind of thrown into this somehow. Very, very weird. Hold on, let me see. Is it not playing? It's not coming up. I know you guys can probably hear, you might not be able to see it, but this is stemming from the Jay Rello situation, basically. And keep in mind, I know people are speaking on business they know nothing about. All right. Kind of naive when it comes to certain things. And let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know your opinion on what Austin has to say. And I'm going to give my dialogue after what he says.
What he's not doing.
Okay,
what he's not doing. What he's not doing. The Passport Bro name has already been bought by Aaron Ferris. But what he's not doing is he doesn't have it in a fraternity setup. And why am I bringing this up? Because whether we not gonna be able to get away from it, if you fuck some chick in another country, they gonna say you a passport bro. Like it's inevitable at this point. I didn't disassociate myself, and I had a tattoo. I covered them, and they still saying it about me. They need to go. We just gonna have to go ahead and set up a fraternity system. Because, for example, you can't be in Omega Sci-Fi, kill somebody and be like, oh, Ronald's, now he ain't on membership.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
He ain't one of us, so you got to have an official membership. That's the issue, is everybody can just say they a passport, bro.
That's not actually the issue. The issue is media outlets are deeming, right, because of the popularity of the term, anybody a passport, bro, that has a negative incident overseas. The issue is these world stars, some of these bigger content creators who have an issue with the passport bro ideology or movement per se, and they're labeling anything negative passport bros in order for clicks and views. So it's more of a defamational thing or a slander thing on the term, more than trying to, have this fraternity of passport bros. Because even then, with this so-called fraternity of passport bros, now you really could get in trouble if somebody does some dumb shit. All right.
Right. So anytime somebody black or even white at this point do something, they can just slap it on the whole thing. So if you an investor, reach out to me. We can what he's not doing.
That's awesome, And me and Austin had this conversation behind the scenes plenty of times. So I don't know where that's coming from. But shout out to Austin, right? Shout out to Austin. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. All right. So let's put this up on the screen.
I do want to play with that motherfucker.
Hold on, let me remove some of this stuff off the studio. Hopefully this plays, guys. All right, here we go. We got my man, not my man. We got this dude, Jay Rello. And like I said, people are saying that, I brought him on a couple of years ago. I interviewed him about him being stranded in the Dominican Republic in Sosúa, to be exact. Like I said, unbeknownst to me, he had like a harsh criminal record and all this crazy shit that he's been doing, and all this crash out content he's been making lately. All right. So this is Jay Rello. He's in Kenya, and it starts even the clip starts off crazy. Hold on, let me play a little bit of the clip.
Come sit down, man.
End that live, nigga.
In the live.
What's up with everybody using the N-word now? In that life, nigga.
I do want to play with that motherfucker.
End the live.
You gonna let me play with it? If I end it, you gonna let me play with that tonight?
We reach.
If I end the live?
End the live.
End the live. And I can play with it?
No, you can't do everything. This type of activity you can't do on a live, bro. All right.
I'm trying to hit you raw tonight, Mary. If I end the live, can I hit you? If I end the live, can I hit you raw and give you whatever I got? Basically,
I can't keep playing this video, bro. All right.
What is this guy?
Right, Jiggy. In the live, nigga.
In the live, will you have my first son ever?
Jrello is very, very crazy.
For you,
Just a crazy man.
Hey. Trixie, if I in the live?
No, how can you say you picked me from the street? Which street?
I was just playing. I'm just playing.
But you can't just say that.
Where the let me put the top.
Baby, can you end this live, kindly?
What you gonna do?
No.
What you gonna do? If I end the live, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna.
You gonna do what? Tell me. Come and tell him. You gonna put it in your mouth?
All right, that's enough. That's enough of Jay Rello right there. So basically, he's already. Hold on.
Mid guys, I'm like, I was.
All right, so this is like a popular, I want to say Kenyan Instagram. Shout out to B-Dub for sending me this. I got issues with that nigga B-Dub, but see now I'm saying it didn't work. But check this out. This is what's going viral. This is prior to the incident he had allegedly putting his hands on a Kenyan woman.
It's like blown away right now that these chicks are so ugly to mid guys. I'm like, I was in the club like, why are they not attractive enough? Like that. Most of these chicks, guys, you're not gonna want to pay the fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The Kenyans were roasting his ass in the comment section, by the way.
Most of these chicks you feel like you should be fucking on for free. I ain't gonna lie. You want to use your ears. Like blown away that so much of a city could have so many average to ugly looking women, yo. It's just.
All right. Did I pull up? Okay. So this is an article coming out. I'm getting super chat in a moment, fam. This is an article right here. This is probably one of the first articles about Jay Rello. All right. Outraged as Black American Rello Scott Inslee insults Kenya in a viral YouTube video. All right. Black American content creator, they didn't call him a passport, bro. Black American content creator Jrello Scott Inslee has come under fire after a viral YouTube video showing him making disparaging remarks about Kenya and Kenyan women. In this clip, Inslee referred to Kenya as a poverty-stricken country and went further to mock the appearance of Kenyan women, comments that immediately sparked anger across social media platforms. Keep in mind, they're not even on the situation just yet. They just talking about the previous videos before. All right. Kenyans online condemned his statements as disrespectful and ignorant, with many accusing him of reinforcing harmful stereotypes about Africa. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram were flooded with responses as users defended the country's progress, culture, and beauty. All right. They got Jay Rello right there, Black American YouTuber. Remember, they didn't refer to him as a passport, bro. Scott faces backlash from covering poverty women. All right. So he had already went viral, okay, out there. He's on dangerous grounds, bro. Real talk. This is a bad look. I'm not gonna lie, this is a bad look. This is a bad look. All right. Things work a little bit differently overseas, man. Overseas, especially in the East, you know, a few situations with certain groups could definitely make that whole entire group have a bad name, just like out here in Pattaya. All right. As far as right now, you know, Black Americans are looked at in the good regards in Thailand. Of course, that could change anytime if more and more dusty behavior comes out like that. But what he's doing in Kenya right now is dangerous on several levels. All right. Apparently, guys, if everybody asking if he's still out there, apparently he did not raise enough money. He's trying to get out of Kenya as soon as possible, from what I'm hearing. I heard he's hiding in a hotel somewhere, trying to get out there, trying to raise the money to get funds to leave Kenya, basically. All right. Hold on. Yeah, Wasprees. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop. Let me go ahead and drop a link, man. Let's get this panel. We've been rocking for about an hour, almost an hour. Let me drop this link for guys to pull up. Let me drop this link for guys to pull up. Let me catch this super chat. Shout out my man Brandon Clark in the building. So Jay Rello is embarrassing. Real passport bros know how to move overseas. We real passport bros. Stand with you, BMT. Keep traveling. Passport bros for life. Shout out to my man Brandon Clark, always representing. Salute, brother. Salute. Appreciate all the help and all what you do, brother. Appreciate that. Right? Got my comment about wonderful. I thought I had a comment about my man Wonderful Travel. I missed your comment. Anyways, let me drop a link. Guys, you're welcome to pull up. All right. Let me continue with this article. Says, as for now, Inslee has not publicly addressed the backlash or issued an apology, but calls for him to take responsibility and retract his statements continue to grow loud. He just needs to get the fuck on.
Out here, you don't. I take my hat off to Austin for moving out here because I'm looking around at the infrastructure and I'm like, I would not want to be around all of this poverty. I ain't gonna lie, coming from the United States and living here, it feels like a downgrade. I thought it was going to be like a better infrastructure, but it just like, you in Africa and it's it's like, it feels like, how you see like those National Geographic commercials and stuff. Like it's probably like 2 steps up from like hut living is what it feels. But I mean, they got nice like buildings, but like it just when you go outside and look, it just looks that's like it just the poverty.
This dude. Shout out to my man Flight Madness who's in the building. He says, glad we are calling out these clowns. All right. What up, Flight?
Yo.
What's good, man?
Hey. Are we playing this video still or can they hear me?
I can hear you, but we're gonna play a little bit of the video in question right here. All right. And we can speak on it. We can review this video. Oh, let's go.
Come.
You might just hear it, but
I don't see it playing. I just hear it.
Yeah, let's see if we can see something, hear the audio. That might be even better, actually. Let's see if you guys can hear the audio.
Yeah, the audio's playing. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. The video is playing a little bit.
Okay. So this is Jay Rello trying to go live on, I guess he's trying to smash live in Kenya. I guess that's his thoughts process behind this.
I paid you already. I gave you $10,000 to come here. You didn't give it to me. You gave it to the company. Well, yeah, but you lied. So you lied. You lied to me. Get dressed. Put your clothes on. Put your fucking clothes on. I'm taking you back. Put your clothes on. Taking you back. Put your shit on. Put your shit on. Put your clothes on. Put your clothes on. Put your clothes on. Put them on. I'm serious. Put your clothes on. Put them on. Take you back. Put your clothes on.
Typically, they strengthen the currency of the country that is introducing those tariffs in the short term, meaning you would expect that other currencies will weaken.
Put your clothes on now.
What would make an idiot live stream this, bro?
It's crazy, man. Like it's crazy that his followers are like giving him thousands of dollars, man. Some people quoted me the numbers that he gets paid to like go over to countries and do this stuff. I'm like, it's crazy that like I don't know how many of his followers are black men, but I think it's wild that like there's probably a lot of us who are giving him money to go over to these other countries and like basically sully our image. Like, why are we paying for black men to go over to foreign countries and ruin the image of black men And then we're gonna sit around and complain like, why are people racist against? Like, why are they treating me badly when I go over there? But it's like we allow this kind of behavior. We fund this kind of behavior for entertainment.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And yeah, and most of his funds are coming from other black men, like you said. That's probably not even traveling. All right, they don't even understand the ramifications. They just want to be entertained. They just want to see some dumb shit.
Yeah, man.
Look at this clown, bro.
Put your clothes on.
I'm about to skip a little bit through the video because I think she's a little.
Don't do that to me. Put your clothes on.
I hope they can watch it, but I saw he was like, he covered it yesterday, at least 24 hours. Within the past 24 hours, O'Shea dropped a video on it. Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Hold on. I was wondering if he's going to do it. O'Shea, he gonna hop on.
He had to do. I mean, it's making too much buzz. I don't think O'Shea will let something like this sleep. It's causing like this has like been the talk of the town the past few days, man. It's like it's really unfortunate. Like someone already said this earlier, but crash out content will get more attention than like positive content, right? So it's like, for example, there are a lot of black men in this Passport Bro space. So like Aaron and I, we can make a video talking about how to make money and get overseas so you don't have to deal with American one. We can make that kind of video, but it will get less views than if we did a video just straight up complaining about American women or complaining about black women. It's like a lot of people, they love the negativity. They don't care about like the positivity or a solution. So it's kind of like something like kind of messed up. It's just people love negativity. Like, I don't understand it, but some guys are so obsessed with like clowning on American women or clowning on black women that they don't even care about like improving their lives.
That's facts, man. And it's funny because what he does is he does these streams and he takes them down, I believe, right away. So I guess it's hard for YouTube to kind of catch because he's had his channel taken down several times. Like this is his third or fourth channel. So that's what these guys are doing now. You just need to ban him from the platform, period, to be honest with you. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, O'Shea did.
The problem is there are other platforms though. That's the problem though. So for example, if he gets banned off YouTube, he'll just go to another platform, and it's like I think he's basically I feel like unless something happens to him in real life, I don't feel like he's gonna be going away anytime soon. It's like every country he goes to, this kind of behavior happens. It's like I've been living overseas for like half my life, at least like 15 years or something, and I haven't gotten into like 1% of the drama that he's gotten into, and he's only been traveling for like the past couple years, right? So these types of people, it's like they attract drama. Like you go to every country and you intentionally stir this stuff up. So until it catches up with him in real life, he's probably just going to keep doing it because he's gotten more attention now. He's probably getting more donations than he ever gotten before, if I had to guess. Like, he's basically getting famous. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he was really lucky that he got out of Thailand, doing that because they'll lock your ass up in Bangkok jail in a heartbeat for acting up out here. He must have been on the way to the airport when he did that video. Screaming I think he was just screaming at Thai women and shit.
Yeah, man, it's wild, man. Why would you? I mean, Thai people are so nice, man. Like I hate it when people come over to Thailand and do that, right? Like, they don't ever go. Like, for example, they would never do that in Kazakhstan. Like Jay Rello would not be alive if he was like, like I went to Kazakhstan last year, right? If Jay Rello was acting the way he did there, he would not be. He'd probably be in jail. He would got like at least kicked in the head a few times by a bunch of local Kazakh men. It's just how it is, man. Like these guys, they go to these countries where they feel safe, and unfortunately, it's usually Asia, right? Like, he probably wouldn't have done this in like Colombia, or he wouldn't have done it for a long time. Like, he probably wouldn't have made it out if he were doing this in some places. But they love coming to Asia because Asian people are relatively friendly. And like, if you're like a average sized black man, you can kind of feel big and strong here. You feel like, hey, these local guys can't mess with me. And yeah, man.
The motherfucker will kick the hell out your ass. Maybe about 50 of them.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I told you I think yesterday I had walked through. I'm assuming these guys is Russian because we're in a Russian neighborhood, but you know they was kind of going back and forth, and I walked through the middle of them, and it was funny. Looking back on it, I probably should have walked across the street, but I just walked because they was right in the middle of the sidewalk, and they would jawing at each other, they were pushing each other and everything. And I just happened to walk through, and they just stopped in their tracks. They were just like, "Hey, bro," I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And just kept walking. And I turn around, they start back fighting. I said, "Boy, this shit hell out here." But that just goes to show you that black men do have somewhat of a reputation to not to kind of just be left alone, and that's what a lot of brothers come out here for that peace, right? And you got cats like this dude, this clown, who's going over there disturbing that. I know when I left the States, and I'm pretty sure when you left the States, and many others left the States in this chat, you was trying to leave a certain, not necessarily escape, but leave a certain element behind, right? And that was our piece right there. Like moving to Medellin, not saying they don't have their own set of issues, but not being reminded every day how effed up your community is. You know what I'm saying? How backwards the community that we come from, how everything is just bizarro world. Nobody listens to you, overzealous police, stereotypes. Like it's all types of shit that black men are leaving in the States. And to see that element like Jay Rello or these other people that's going to come out there and disrupt that peace, it's just angers you to a certain degree. But let's see what O'Shea. Let me see this video play, man. This is O'Shea. What O'Shea had to say on it, and of course he's been out there for a while, so I know O'Shea is going to be pissed because he's been out there chilling between Kenya and Uganda.
There are a few.
Can we play it on 2x speed or something, or play it fast? Because O'Shea talks a little slow.
Supreme. So it's Colombia, and who can forget about Brazil?
Can y'all hear it? Can y'all see the video?
But now the continent of Africa is starting to hit hard. So many Black Americans moving to the continent. Africa no longer has the same image of being just poor and without resources. It has plenty of resources, and they have some of the most beautiful women in the planet. Cities like Nairobi, Kenya, have everything that you will want in a city. Good infrastructure, good internet, international brands, and of course, beautiful women. If you like Black women, there's no way you can go to Kenya and not be happy. If you love Black women, you'll be very happy there. Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, trust me. I mean, I don't know anything about those type of sounds, but yeah, you'll be happy. And of course, this brought other brothers to come to the continent. Guys like Austin Holloman have really been influencing a lot of men to come and check it out. And this is where Jay Rello comes in. Now, Jay Rello right now is going by the moniker Scott Inslee. He's a YouTuber, and he's pretty much like a travel guy.
Hold on, family.
He typically gets banned. His YouTube channels kind of get banned. And what he does is, well, he begs for money to travel, okay? I'm not here to hate on that style of getting money, but yeah, his audience, he fundraises, he goes all over the world, and they pay for it. He goes, he vlogs his experience, and of course, he also vlogs his clap sessions. Jay Rello is known for having sex on camera with the young ladies that he's dealing with, and he will typically post that on his X account, right? This is important. So Jay Rello came to Nairobi, Kenya, and within the first 2 days, he was unhappy.
Out here, I take my hat off to Austin for moving out here because I'm looking around at the infrastructure and I'm like, I would not want to be around all of this poverty. I ain't gonna lie, coming from the United States and living here, it feels like a downgrade. I thought it was gonna be like a better infrastructure, but it just like, you're in Africa and it's like, it feels like, how you see.
Ain't he from Gary though? I thought Gary was hella hood. And I know I met some girls from Gary back in the day. That was pretty hood, but isn't Gary kind of fucked up? Gary, Indiana? You know what Michael Jackson was wrong?
I heard of that place before.
Commercials and stuff. Like it's probably like 2 steps up from like hut living is what it feels. But I mean, they got nice like buildings, but like it just when you go outside and you just look, it just looks that's like it just the poverty, the visuals is just poverty. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
I thought Kenya had better infrastructure though. On another note, maybe he's just in a bad neighborhood. I thought Kenya was popping, from what I'm hearing.
Not as bad as I could imagine somewhere else being, right? So I'm gonna give it probably like a 6 on how bad, it's like blown away right now that these chicks are so ugly to mid, guys. I'm like, I was in the club like, why are they not attractive enough? Like that. Most of these chicks, guys, you're not gonna want to pay. I ain't gonna lie to you. Most of these chicks, you feel like you should be on for free. I ain't gonna lie. You want to use your ears, like blown away that
Jrello a special type of slow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he is a special type of slow, bro. And I've heard like harsh opinions on countries from content creators, but usually they wait till they leave that country. They're not in the country actively dissing the country, and the country's women at that.
All right.
So much of a city could have so many average to ugly looking women, yo. It's just like.
So this is where it first starts, right? Like he's talking about the women are ugly. The country is not really developed coming from America. And I find that interesting because Jrello has been to a lot of countries that are underdeveloped. But again, he's talking about how ugly and how unattractive the Kenyan women are. And in my honest estimation, that is not true for me. But hey, he's entitled to his own opinion. But while he's calling them ugly, he did say this.
The shit y'all see on social media with them dancing and smiling and all of that, it is nothing like that when you get here in ground. These chicks, they have a permanent mean mug on their face that's just like, oh my. Like I was smiling at chicks and they still was mugging. Like, you know, you smile at a chick and you expect her to smile back. It was like she didn't even feel the impotence to reciprocate the smile. Like it's just, that right there really me up a lot because I was hoping they were like super friendly and super warm and approachable, but my experience doesn't personify that, guys.
Now, okay, Jrello says the women are ugly. They look like trash in so many words. But in this particular instance, he's talking about the fact that he's trying to talk to the chicks or get them to respond, and he's having a problem doing that. So wait a minute. On one end, the women are ugly and unattractive, right? But then on another end, you're talking about the fact that these women out here are not giving you any play. So which one is it? Woo! Now let me just say this. I lived in Poland for a good 6 or 7 years. And Polish women are very attractive, very beautiful.
I just made a $27 book in 2 minutes using AI. Watch how I did it, so you can do it too. Here I am.
But I am a pro-black, right? And so I'm a strong pro-black. And being a strong pro-black, you already know where most pro-blacks that are like myself stand with interracial relationships. I would never say that Polish women are not beautiful. In fact, I was in Ukraine, right next to Poland, and one of the top 5 most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life was a Ukrainian chick. It's real, God's honest truth. So it's not like I don't think that Caucasian women are beautiful. I'm just pro-black, right? And so I'm gonna stick with the sisters. But again, I lived in Poland, and I know like if you're not really gonna deal with somebody, you just won't. And I didn't. I lived in Poland for 7 years. I never did a Polish chick. So for me, if I'm Jrello and I'm seeing all the chicks are not attractive, I think they all ugly. I mean, at that point, I'm probably gonna just leave and tell the audience, look, it's not cracking out here. I'm not really feeling it. I'm trying to go. But did Jrello do that? No. What Jrello did was interesting. Instead of just leaving or going back home, he decided to pay for some cheeks that night. Now, this thing can happen to, you know, Kenya, Uganda, whatever, you know, trying to buy somebody to sleep with them. And he did. And he gets the lady in the room, the camera's on, and this happens.
I'm safe. No. You said yes. That's the only reason I brought you back, because you said yes. Money. I paid you already. I gave you $10,000 to come here. You didn't give it to me.
This nigga is
I gave it to the company. Well, yeah, but you lied. So you lied. You lied to me. Get dressed.
So he's telling her, get all your stuff, get out. So because she doesn't want to do it anymore, right? And she's saying, look, you didn't pay me, you paid the agency, which means that, you know, she was like being pimped out or something like that. This is not uncommon. You can find women on agencies. So women are typically working for agencies and they get a little cut, they have a madam or whatever, right? But then this happened.
Clothes on. Put your clothes on now. I'll you in here.
During this particular clip, I can't show all of it, but this lady, I'm almost sure of it. There was some hitting sounds going on. It seems like there was he could have hit her or she could have hit him, but you can't see it, but it seemed like somebody got hit. Now here's the situation, and I think that he might hit her. Number one, you're streaming all of this online. All right. Now, do things like this happen with foreigners in Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda? Absolutely. All right. There are times where women get mad or whatever, girlfriend, boyfriends fight, somebody steals somebody's money and it gets upset. But are you going to stream it? No. Why would you stream it? Like, again, I understand that Jrello is a content creator or a streamer, but you're a visitor, you're a Black American man, and then now you're doing this in a country that you don't live in. And here's the problem, okay? Because you have like a lot of Black Americans living in Kenya, all right? They have never had a problem there. I've done some podcasts with them. I was just there like 2 months ago, 3 months ago almost. I love Nairobi. You know, I live in Kampala, but they don't have no problems there. So what Jay Rello has done, he's created an issue because the Kenyan people have been very receptive to, like, you know, Khalees coming in, who's an American Black, she's Caribbean, but, you know, she would basically to them be an offshoot of our community. You know, you got Austin living there. You got Kia with Traverse Culture, who brings people to Africa, and that's TRAVERZE podcast with her. So you have people doing some positive things there, and Jay Rello don't even live there. So he's coming there. You have this incident which you recorded and uploaded, and you can leave at any time. But Austin Holloman, Kia Greatness, Kia, people like that, they actually live there. And so now they're in a very precarious situation because somebody from their community came in and did something horrible. And so once that happened, Austin Holloman said this.
Guys, I want to make this very clear about, and I usually don't like representing groups of people. I'm only Austin Holloman, but in this scenario, I will represent groups of people. And I will say for all the Black Americans that are here, I'm going to say that we will not, as a collective, especially in specific for the men, we will not tolerate any disrespect towards any local Kenyan women. And then any Black Americans, I will tell you that once, please, we will turn on you, and we will have legal action against you. And maybe not, some action might not even be legal.
Woo! I think that's important to say that, right? Because without saying so many words, Austin is saying, listen, we can get the police involved or we cannot get the police involved. And it's always implied what that really means. We're going to be honest with you. We already know what that means. So if we don't call the police, you already know what's going to happen, right? And again, let me just tell you this. I 100% can understand why. Because if you come into a country and you mess up something that, you know, like I said, this is where we live. In Austin, he'd been to like 100 countries. I remember when he was deciding on where he wanted to stay. I was telling him, I said, bro, you need to pick a place where you can, you can grow and thrive. And he was like, yeah, you're right. He picked Nairobi. So now here you come, messing up where he live at, Kid Greatness live at. So if the police ain't gonna get involved, then they gotta self-police. And if that means, you know what I'm saying, what it is, then that's what it's gonna be, what it is.
All right, we can stop it right there.
Austin gonna kick the door down on the
Yeah, I think we were a little bit overboard right there, player. But yeah. Now, good breakdown by O'Shea though. Good breakdown. I didn't want to say the whole entire video. You guys want to see the whole entire video? You're welcome to go over there to O'Shea's channel and check him out. Shout out my man O'Shea Du Jackson. I'll holler at you in a minute, but shout out my man O'Shea. And we almost got 400 in the room. That might be a record. I don't know. You might be on the show with a record, man. I think my biggest was like 490, 480, something like that. But we hit heavy, guys. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me catch the super chat, man. And I'm going to drop a link. I want you guys to go ahead and pull up. Shout out my man, Ronan the Traveler, too. He was in the building. I don't know if you're still here. Ronan, you always welcome to pull up. TL with the 5 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. It says, Jrello should have been persona non grata after we find out about his home invasion a couple of years ago. Forget what he's doing overseas. Yeah. Everybody kind of just stepped away when we found out his record, basically, him being locked up for what he did. All right. How he got a passport, I don't know. Yeah, fair use, by the way. Fair use. But O'Shea's my dude. He'll be all right. All right, shout out to my man, Rick Rule, $2 super chat. Off subject. The travel whip said, run that fade. Okay. All right. Appreciate you for $2 super chat. If you wanted to super chat that, I appreciate it, though. All right. I believe that's all the super chats. All right. We caught back up. All right. And I'm going to drop a link one more time. If you guys want to go ahead and pull on up and speak on this.
BMT, if you need more material, man, I'll send you my Thailand video. I did one right after Jrello crashed out in Thailand. I made like a response to it. It's kind of basically everything we've been talking about, man. Like finally it's starting to get like some public acknowledgement from the travel space. It seems like most of us pretty much agree that this is really sullying our image, that is kind of, it's really messing things up in terms of how we're perceived. The more he goes to these countries, I mean, the thing is now he's in an African country, right? But if he was like doing this in Europe, or or where they might not even already have they might already have a negative perception of black people in some areas over there. You know, I'm just glad he's out of Asia. I hope he doesn't come back to Asia, but I have a feeling that he'll be back over here because he can probably get away with a lot more stuff over here.
He think he can. He think he can. All right, let me welcome Yosef Levy. Usually I ask guys to cam up, but what's going on, Yosef?
What's going on, brother? Man, I am so thankful I canceled my flight to Nairobi, dog. He got the spot so hot right now, man. I mean, goddamn.
Are you in Nairobi right now?
No, I was about to head from Atlanta to Nairobi in the 2 weeks, man. And man, I changed it to Thailand, man, because I knew this dude would go down there and mess things up.
I mean, have you been in Nairobi before?
Never been. I only been to Tanzania.
Okay.
Only been to Tanzania. That's it. You know, I was about to hit up Nairobi and see what's up, but Jrello, man, he really messed up on this one, man. I mean, I don't know if it was the African liquor or the African weed, but he lost his mind, man. He lost his mind, man. I mean, I have never seen he straight up turned into Ike Turner, man. I mean, and he forgot where he was at. So, man, I'm disappointed, but something got to change, man. He's very, very entertaining, but it's a different way he could do it. He did be more creative, but I don't know if he could recover from this domestic violence thing, man. But
yeah.
This right here, man. This right here is crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. So
how he's able to travel is just beyond me. I don't even know. I thought felons weren't able to get passports.
I mean, you know, Kenya been kind of liberal. They give African Americans some. They try to be like Ghana and welcome African Americans to Kenya at one point. And maybe, you know, by him being a brother, looked like he going back to Africa to learn about his culture. He was able to slip through the cracks. So I don't know. I don't know, man, but he should have left Kenya a long time ago. He should have left Kenya the same day that thing went down, man. He should have booked the one way out. But he's still there just chilling. Like people ain't looking for him.
I think he's hiding out. From what I'm hearing, he's hiding out.
Man. He's just out there chilling in Nairobi and still on the streets talking about people looking at him suspiciously. I mean, brother, man, you should have been left Kenya, man. Before that, she went to the police or whatever. You should have been out of there that same morning.
Well, that's the problem. He's trying to raise money. He doesn't have his ticket out of there already. He's trying to raise money in order to buy the ticket.
But here at that point, he already raised $2,000 2 days in a row. The same day.
Wait a minute. Are you saying they gave this man $2,000?
That same day he went out that night, he raised $1,075, and then he turned around the next day and raised $900. It's absolutely no reason he couldn't book the one way.
And the crazy part is YouTube took his monetization away. He started another channel. They took his monetization away, and he's doing this off like Cash App or some shit.
Man, that man is raising more money, man. That brother, he could get on there right now and raise $1,000 after this situation.
That's
only
insane.
take him about 5 hours to do it.
That's insane, bro.
I mean that dude. I mean, he's popular, man.
That's the thing. He's not even that popular. He has like a low sub count.
You know, but he got some serious supporters, man. I mean, he might be I don't know.
You know what, man?
He might be working for black women.
You think his supporters is just the hood dude?
Nah, man. I think his supporters coming from. I think it's international too, and I feel that some people from outside America support him. I feel that he brings entertainment to a lot of lonely black men. I'm just keeping it real. Brothers watch them in between trips. They chilling at the crib. They ain't messing with nobody. They saving their money. They only deal with women overseas. So he provides entertainment, brother. Serious entertainment. Serious entertainment. Serious entertainment.
Right. Shout out to my man Roland, the Travel to Five Super Chat, man. I've been seeing you put in work, man. Shout out to you and your channel. He said he made the whole travel space look bad, but honestly, his supporters flying him out are just as bad, nasty work. That's crazy. What's the main avenue? Are they just sending basically cash apps? Is that what that is?
Man, it's Cash App, it's Zelle, it's PayPal, it's so many options. He has a great support system out there. Even after the situation, he still made close to $1,000.
That's insane. That is insane, bro.
I think most of us been through some type of situation with a black woman before. Just keep it real, dog.
Say it one more time now.
I think all of us have been through a situation where a woman might put their hands on you, or you might have to restrain them to get them off of you.
That didn't sound like that. That is like what he was doing. That sounded like he was being the aggressor. That sounded like he was.
I don't know. All I saw was when she hit the phone, and after she hit the phone, it seemed like it got real aggressive.
That's the thing, man. Like, you're not in your home country, though. You shouldn't even be putting yourself in that type of situation. I know shit happens, but come on, man. You ain't on home field. You know?
I don't know, man. But
this is a bad look in general on Black American men, bro.
Oh yes,
it's horrible that World Star listed him as a passport, bro. That's even worse. We're gonna get through it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just.
That messes up in Africa more than anywhere else. I don't think it messes up in Thailand. I don't think it messes up in Colombia or DR or anything like that. I think this mess, black men traveling inside of Africa, I think this mess, that would mess them up in a way.
Shout out my man Backpack Bow, $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. I ain't heard from you in a minute, man. Shout out to you. He says, why are people donating their money towards content that tarnishes the image of black men while making it much harder for us to travel in the future? That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, what type of black men are funding this dude? Like, you're literally messing it up for yourself.
Man, it's possible black women. It's possible black women support him. It's a possibility he has a big black woman support.
I can't put that on the sisters. I don't think the sisters.
Hey, man, anything is possible at this time, man.
Yeah, I don't
think it's possible, man. Like that, you know, the reason why I say that, man, I mean, anything to make the black man look bad.
Yeah, but they go and send this dude some money to do it. I don't know. I think, you know what, I will pinpoint, I think is what you said earlier. I think dudes just like the entertainment. Like you said, they sitting at home lonely. You know, these probably the same guys that sub to OnlyFans and shit. And they just want to be entertained, no matter how bad it makes us look.
Yeah, that's a possibility, brother.
You know,
that's a possibility, man.
Yeah,
I just don't understand.
Somebody said FBAs are funding him. Possibly. You might be right. I don't see no foreigners donating to him. So yeah, it's probably FBAs.
Most of that, I mean, Jrello is a straight up African American. Ain't no doubt about that. He's the FBA. I know people saying he might be Jamaican, African, and so no. Jrello is straight up from Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
Straight up. And his parents is from Gary, Indiana. You know, straight up. You know that man went through a struggle. You know, his story, if it's true, he said he was innocent. He didn't know dude who ran up in the crib was raping somebody. They was just trying to rob somebody. You know, So
I'm gonna welcome Passport at Mars.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you a little bit, man. What's good?
What's going on, man? Yeah, I wanted to speak about that situation. This is how I feel. Once we go into these other countries, people do not have that much concern for us as well. So I think what he did was he didn't allow himself to be played. As you can see, he asked the female times multiple times. He asked her what she was there for, what she was there to be for. From the agency, which she already said, "Oh, this is my management," and then she elbowed him. She elbowed his fucking phone, and I don't believe in that. So
Brother, are you one of Jrello supporters?
I will say this: I'm just a person that travels. I am a person. I consider myself as an expat. I was doing this shit for a minute.
Okay.
Do I support Jay Rello? I support any black male that want to travel from America to expand his options.
Hold on, brother. So have you donated to his channel?
Have I donated? No, I have not donated to his channel.
Okay. I thought we had a Jay Rello thunder in here for a moment. Why are you making excuses for us, bro? You know how bad this is a look on black men traveling. Why you trying to make excuses like it even matters? We know the optics. We know that when it comes to black men, we know the optics don't really matter, bro.
The optic is that he's just a man doing his thing on his own with some supporters, and that's what it is. So if Kenyans feel like him himself represents all of black Americans, that's a bad look for Kenyans. And my eye.
How are you putting this on the Kenyans? The Kenyans have the right to feel the way they feel. It's their country.
No, but you can't blame one person for one man coming over at one time with a small viewing.
Who's doing that? When I looked at the comments on the video that went viral, they didn't say anything that's negative necessarily about black Americans. They were just literally calling Jay Rello ugly and stupid and shit. Like they didn't say anything necessarily about.
I mean, with him himself, I didn't see a video of him smacking a chick. I saw worse videos in Kenya.
I mean, you can put two and two together, brother. You can put two and two together. Like you hear him screaming in the background.
No, you can't, bro.
You hear him screaming in the background, bro, and you hear some popping. Period. And it's a man and a woman. It's a man.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
So if I can, it's the man that's being the aggressor, screaming at the top of his lungs, hitting the woman. That's what they're going to assume, regardless
of the fact. So let me ask you a question. Now, if let's say that you had an agreement with another female, she broke the agreement. Okay. Bro, now you like you know what? Hold on. Let me finish the thought. Okay. Let me finish the thought. Now, during the process of you being like, okay, well then the agreement was broken. Let me go take you back. Listen, I don't know about it, but all I heard was what he was saying. Okay. His initial statements was, hey, look, it's time to go. She was like, well, I'm trying to go. He was like, well, grab this while you looking over here. This is where your things are. Now, when the video cam popped back up, we see her throw the elbow. She threw the elbow. This is not America, bro. Like, she threw the elbow. You heard him like, oh no, don't try to fight back. Just get your stuff and go. So how is that an abuse when, if you look at some of them Kenya videos, they are burning women alive for anything.
Bro, hold on, man. Hold on. I'm gonna get you in a second, man. You talking crazy right now. Let me get super chat. Smiley with the 5 super chat, man. I really appreciate it, man. I know you're hearing this madness right now. The people who's donating to him don't even travel. They don't care to what. They don't care. They want to see him crash out, making us black men look bad. Shout out to my man Smiley for the $5 super chat. All right. We got TF in the building with the $5 super chat. He said he did not know what was going to happen to that lady. He did know. I'm sorry. He did know what was going to happen to that lady. He set the whole thing up, and then they ran the lady out of town. What the hell are you talking about, TF? Hold on. They ran the lady out of town. All right, let me add Oredo with the Mitch in the background. What's going on, Oredo?
What's going on already? Yeah.
Already, okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Nah, like most of Jrello supporters is like the brother that was just talking. They kind of, I don't want to insult nobody, but they kind of slow, you know. they think like he funny. They don't understand the weight of a lot of the stuff he do, and a lot of them is like I ain't saying nothing about truck drivers. A lot of them is like all truck drivers, so these like entertainment. But yeah, this is it's like consistent behavior for him. I mean, he got coochie burglar charges. He got charges for stealing coochie because
coochie burglar charges. God damn.
Yeah, I mean his man. They did some dishonorable. I deal with honor when I deal with men. I deal with honorable men. His man, they did a home invasion for a woman, and his man assaulted the woman, and he act like he ain't know, but whatever. But I mean, that's like the most dishonorable thing you could do. And he did the same thing in Cartagena. Like he tried to take the chick without her knowing. He got mad when she wasn't with it. So this is consistent for him. He don't understand consent. Like it's like rapist type behavior. And so I don't understand how dudes is like defending it or still supporting that type of shit. It's like we shouldn't really even let a dude like this in, in the cipher. You know what I mean? Because
so I want to answer you now. Now I want how many countries have you been to? Have you been out the country before? Of course you're gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you haven't been. So have you? Okay, my bad. Go ahead and answer. My bad.
Like I said, he kind of slow, but yeah, I've been to 4 countries, brother.
Okay. And what countries have you been to?
I've been to DR. I've been to Canada. I've been to Panama.
What does that have to do with anything, bro?
Because for him to act like these people are not grown folks too is just it's an abysmal. Because what you're saying is that these people have no type of thinking of their own to be able to understand contracts, what's going on, and now you're putting
Why
all of
are
the
you treating this like a Disney business deal or some shit? Like, why are you treating this? Is
because this is how common it is, though. Why are we being blamed for everything? Because once one of these, and shout out to RIP to all the passport dudes from America that go somewhere else that get wiped off.
Oh, you say RIP
yeah.
Dudes in America?
Yeah, because they get wiped off so much and then they get blamed for going over there. So they're never like the people are never blamed for their like integrity of how you're supposed to handle these people. But these
y'all
people,
hear this guy? Y'all really hear this guy right here?
I had to get like a up close view of this balder that I'm hearing right now. I needed to get an up close personal, seat. Because this is some straight up BS I'm hearing right now. Facts. Carry on, good brother.
This
hey, yo,
okay.
BMT, what
I
it
guess
do?
I don't know who you're talking to, but
Hey,
if I'm gonna say my
you, let me just say salute. sir. Yo, I'm on the panel. Let me just say salute real quick to BMT. You know what I'm saying? We're here to support. How you doing, brother? Salute to the chat family backpack, my nigga. Sakpa says so listen. You're ready. Listen. I'm Not sitting too here late. listening and I gotta just kind of just ask a few questions because what this sounds like is this gentleman kind of represents a lot of the people that are maybe perhaps sympathetic to Jay Rello, and I think this is kind of like what is gonna really kind of corrode us as black men who are traveling. They're gonna start making it seem as if the person who needs to be checked is the person's country that you're in. And it's frustrating because it seems like they're somehow standing on a soapbox and looking down upon the female as if they're not participating in the same activity. So, what makes them any better than the female? And I'm talking specifically to the gentleman on the panel that just seems to be making excuses for either he didn't see or he didn't want to see. Because as far as what I saw it as clear as day. Forget about what we did not see. Let's just talk about what we actually saw. And what we actually saw on video was Shorty say no. He continually try to pull the cover off of her after she said no. Like, I don't think anybody can sit there and deny what they saw, because that's what we all saw.
What?
We saw Shorty say
What?
no.
Yeah,
So
you don't respect consent,
No, bro.
That's
No, I've been
exactly
a
what
part of this
happened. What are
space.
you writing
Hold on,
about?
no. Go ahead, let him talk. I want to hear what did you say? What you
Listen,
saying?
no, bro. He clearly made. Hold on. He clearly
All right.
let it be known that he had her there for a reason. She contested against the reason, and let's say this: that there was a third party that agreed that she was there for a reason that she
How's the mic
agreed
now?
to. Okay, so she agreed that a
She could
third
change her
party.
mind. She has all the right to
I'll be
change
right
her
back.
mind. If the vibes aren't right, if he's acting like a weirdo, she can change her mind. Can she not?
She can, but should she throw an elbow because
So what's the
she's not?
problem? Like, I don't get it.
She threw an elbow at the camera, dog, and knocked the whole shit off
Because he
his
had the
guy.
camera pointed towards her face while she was exposed.
Bro, you have not been to these countries before, bro. Because I can tell by how you
Oh my God.
babying
It
them.
doesn't matter where you've been.
I
It's
can
about what's
tell by
right and what's wrong.
yes,
Like, how the hell
nah,
are you
see,
defending his action?
yeah, see,
Like, what the fuck
a
are we
lot of
talking
y'all
about?
ain't been to these countries.
He
What
had the camera pointed towards her back while she was naked trying to get dressed.
No, he did
That's
not.
why he smacked the phone off of his hand. She has all the right to do that.
Yo,
Like,
She does not. She does
Passport.
not.
He was recording her naked after she said stop several times. She said, "Don't do that to me.
Bro.
You can't take away somebody's consent."
But if she signs a third party deal, hold on. If she signs a third party deal, how much can she control within a third party deal?
This ain't no record deal.
The
They selling.
third party. Exactly. Okay. Oh, so you don't listen. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Go back and listen to the film. You're not listening to the film. The only reason that I know it's a third party deal is because she said it was. It came out her mouth, not Jrello.
This is average
And
Jrello.
within the film, she said she mentioned a third party for hiring her.
This dude, we have a Jrello supporter in the building.
Yep.
Listen, I'm a Black American supporter for traveling. Hold on, because I've been to these countries, man. These motherfuckers grimy, they tough as hell. And for some reason, when they come to America, it's like it's just all rainbows and unicorns. Dog, I went through the fire with the motherfuckers, man. I got all types of scars and shit on me from going to the.
What are you even talking about? This has nothing to do with your trial. We're talking about Jrello and the incident at hand.
I'm talking about Jrello. They are tough, bro. There's not no weak people. Were you talking about? Oh, he yelled at her on the camera. Man, they go through worse than that. Stop it. This is not. No, it's not that.
How long have you spent in Kenya, bro?
I haven't spent any time in Kenya, to be honest.
So what the hell are you talking about right now? If you haven't even been there.
I've been to Brazil for over a year.
We're not talking about
That's the closest thing to Africa that you've been to. Like,
and I
Brazil.
know for a fact because I know people from Kenya before I went to Kenya, and before I plan on visiting Africa, I know Africans are way more strict on their women than what like Yellen would do. We just hold on. We witnessed just maybe last year. It's so many women who go to Africa.
I gotta mute you for a second, bro. Let me give a shout out to Alonzo Cyrus with the 5 super chat. Yo, get him out of here fast. We're gonna roast him up a little bit longer. Then we'll get his ass on up out of here. What up, the True Black Awakening? What's good, brother?
That was me on my other channel. I'm Alonzo Osiris. Real quick, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to the foundation of that video. He was trying to live stream the whole interaction on his Twitter. For all you crash out bros that support this Joker, y'all gotta be a little suspect. Because I'm trying to figure out, he's trying to put on a show for y'all. Y'all want to see this dude have sex with some girl? The whole foundation of the whole situation, BMT, that whole thing was some BS. Like, yeah, I'm still confused. Well, he was going to live stream the whole thing on Twitter?
That's what it looked like.
About it.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. He was going to live stream the whole thing.
So he was going to live screen having sex with some girl on Twitter for his followers. All you jokers that support that ninja, y'all suspect as hell. Y'all might as well go ahead and subscribe to his OnlyFans. Because y'all on some gay shit. No, for real. The foundation of the whole situation was, I'm finna put on a show for my followers. I'm finna have sex with this random girl for all these niggas to watch. That in itself is lame as hell. So to get back to the situation with the physical altercation, if you supporting this, bro, you get whatever you get. When you ninjas go down to Medellin and get scoped, go to Cartagena and get robbed, you go to Brazil and X, Y, and Z happen to you, you get what you get. You cannot support this, period, point blank. Period. He's wrong no matter how you slice this cake. Everywhere he go, he fucking crash out. He crashed out in Colombia. He crashed out in DR. Now he crashed out in Kenya. You can't support this, bro. He made all Black American men look bad, period. And this ninja who talking all this shit right now, you don't travel, man. You a goddamn lie. You don't travel. You live in your mama basement, nigga. Did y'all cut him out? He's still here?
He's still here.
Oh,
bro,
dude,
slap
you
a not the
don't
time.
travel. Nigga, shut up. You a liar. You don't travel.
Slap a nap, nigga. Slap a nap.
I can tell a fucking ass nigga when I fucking hit one.
Yeah, shout out to RP to all the passport, bro.
Show your face. Put your face on.
I ain't camming up with shit.
Put your face on. Yeah, put your face on.
All I'm gonna say is this.
She elbowed him. She elbowed him. Nigga, put your face on it, nigga.
Slap out. RP to all the passport, bro.
Put your face on it.
Slap a nap, nigga. Slap a nap. Fuck
it. For real.
Yeah, you
scared, bro. Get this fool out of here.
Fuck that. Because once they
troll.
kill
You
us,
a troll, dude.
Because
you a troll,
when they kill
dude.
us,
you a troll, dude.
It's the
And you suspect.
It's like, oh, he was out there trying to take advantage of the women. No, slap a napathon. Fuck that. Nigga,
Get your ass up out of here, bro. Get out.
Get up, man. You trying to watch him live screen having sex with some girl on Twitter for free. Man, I'm sorry, BMT. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, panel. Listen, man. I had just got in an argument with Jrello about 2 weeks ago on In the Street with Keys. And I said what I said, and I said this. We got the wrong black man traveling. We done went so far with this push with traveling, we got the Pookies and Ray Rays out here giving us a bad rep. I think we went too far off the edge. We got to wheel it back a little bit. We got to figure out a way to get it back to the regular black men. Because now Pookies are inspired to do crazy stuff like this now. Because of the attention. You see what I'm saying?
And they being funded.
They being funded. We got to figure out a way to pull it back, BMT, because right now, man, the Pookies done took over. They done took over. Because even though it's bad, negative attention, he's loving this shit. He's loving it. You see what I'm saying? So right now he's in hiding. I don't know if he made out of Kenya or not. Hopefully he didn't. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna jump off. I just wanted to tell that fool that he's suspect and he's a troll. And don't let no more trolls in, man. We don't need him for no more trolls. We let them trolls be over there with Jay Rello. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want them to think that we supporting that ignorance. Period. I'm gonna jump off.
All right, man. Shout out to the true Black Awakening, man, for coming here with that fight. He came out here and woke the chat up. All right, shout out to my man. Pulling up. Go ahead, Dan. What you gonna say? I'm gonna catch a super chat, but go ahead.
BMT. So, do you think that I see some people in the chat? I've seen a few different comment sections. Some people feel like Austin and Kid Greatness should be held accountable for Jrello. Like, what is your opinion about that?
I agree.
See, I heard they said something about them doing content together before all this happened. I'm like, why would you do content with that?
Yo,
I heard
BMT.
about it, but they denounced him quick as hell though. I got you, CC. Let me catch the super chat real quick.
They convinced him. They did.
Maximilian for the $5 super chat. He says there should be a requirement of 25,000 net worth for men to get a long-term visa in any country. In Africa, too many broke riff rappers running around. Shout out to you, Maximilian. That's a good point. Shot my man one up for travels. Also donating once again. He said BMT. That's the real B dub. All right. Shot my man one up for travels. Go ahead, Casanova.
You know, you got to bring him back, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because he represents the issue that we have right now in the community. He represents those guys who actually send money to Jrello, you know? So it's actually important for people to see the type of individuals that are supporting Jrello this way, that even if they thought it was cool, it was funny to be entertainment, once they realize the people that are next to them, like the people that they really actually are surrounding themselves with, it might deter them from sending in money to people who was just tripping.
I mean, I had to get him off though, man. Before he was talking about slapping chick and all this shit. So
I got you. I totally got you. But I mean, how we gonna know? You know what I'm saying? Where their mindset is. You see what I'm saying? Because he definitely represents the people that watch Jrello, the people that send money in, the people that are defending his behavior. You know what I mean? So it's really important for us to expose the type of people who are supporting Jrello. You see what I'm saying? Because most of the others, they're not gonna jump on. You know what I mean? Because at least they smart enough to do their dirt in the dark.
Now they're saying in the chat that Austin brought him over. How did Austin bring him over to Kenya? Was he
convinced him?
Say what now?
He convinced him.
Word.
Doing live streams previously, yeah. Yeah, Austin, Holloman, Kid Greatness, yeah. They had a couple conversations.
So here's what's worse. You see what Backpack is talking about? Here's what's even worse, BMT. If you notice, you gotta read between the posts. You gotta read between the videos. You got a $20 super chat. Grab that first.
You be having me rolling, bro. Shout out my man, 262 super chat, man. I really can't stand these Pookie ninjas. Take them out back, and you know what? Decline them. Damn, brother. Okay. Rejected them and expelled them. They don't represent black men. Seriously, in my B-Dub's voice. Y'all gonna wake the bear up.
So
you say B-Dub what name 3 times? He pulling up.
So just really, if you really look between the lines, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened without actually have been a part of it. What happened is that they know that Jrello is gonna bring some stupid, ridiculous behavior. So for them, it was about clout chasing. Because as much as we know them, the reality is that they're not really as consistent as far as drawing in the people. You know what I mean? Because Austin was hot, but he's not so hot no more. Kid Greatness, you know what I'm saying, drops videos and he gets some views, but unfortunately when he goes live, he may have less than 100 people sometimes on the average. You see? So for them, they were back in the back chat. They were back talking. They actually are the ones that convinced them to come, told them, yo, we're gonna put you on, told them, yo, we have some bad females for you, told them, yo, you gotta come this way, we got you, we're gonna hold you down.
No, hey,
it wasn't because of that.
Hey, I don't know you. I don't know you, sir.
But you guys have been talking for over an hour, so you have to excuse me. No, bro. The point is this. Hold on. We let you talk.
No, you didn't.
That kind of popped up on the screen, but.
Oh, I thought you were playing. Thought you were spinning the block on it. So like you got to realize that's what it was. You know, this is the reason why they were trying to do what we would call damage control for their own brand. Because if they didn't speak out right away, then guess what?
Hold on, guys. So you guys are telling me I'm in my Noriega interruption zone right now. But you guys are telling me that. Because all I saw was Austin and Kid Greatness denouncing Jay Rello. That's all I saw.
Right.
Now, y'all trying to explain it. Y'all saying basically that they invited Jay Rello. Were they about to do some content? Were they about to do some interviews?
That was the whole point. They needed Brody to kind of like get their channel popping again. because they know he the crash out king. You know what I'm saying? They understand that, yo, if we bring him, then, you know what I'm saying, he could be like the dude that we make either fun of. He'll make us look better. You understand? There's a bunch of different levels and things that they had planned. Number one, they was the ones who was giving him and putting the battery in his back. That's the crazy part. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, they was perpetuating, yo, Kenya got X, Kenya got Y, Kenya got Z. You see what I'm saying? But with him, because he had this kind of thing that he was doing, you know, with Q and all of them, queasing the streets. Then what happens is that they like, all right, boom, we could get this dude Jrello to come over here, maybe do some crash out, maybe do some, content, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So they actually would have been responsible if they started talking shit, like, on the slide. Let's say they didn't completely just say, yo, he was foul with what he did. He would have been like, yo, y'all the niggas that brought me here. Y'all the ones that told me, yo, you got females for me and all that. And then y'all never came through. You see what I'm saying? So it was really more of them just trying to like do damage control for sure. Because if you realize that, yo, they really the ones that was sitting here trying to gas him up to go over there and then either left him hanging or whatever, he could have probably been something, said. Now this is speculation, but he could have been like, yo, yeah, it's y'all fault. Y'all the one that told me to go to this spot. Y'all the one that told me you got all these females for me and didn't even come through. There's so many different levels. Another super chat. Go ahead, grab that.
Where your last, bro? Escape to the super chat says Jay Rello is disgraceful, and if any dude try to justify his actions, you just as bad as him. P.S. The common denominator is Passport Bro effery seems to be Austin Holland.
Yeah, no, he can't escape this. He can't. Lucky enough, like he didn't get to chill with Jay Rello because everything happened during that day or earlier on that day. But Kid Greatness did, you know what I'm saying? Like at least they went that far to where they actually linked up and whatnot. But what Casanova's saying is pretty true. Or you could look at it in an alternate perspective where Jay Rello was using them as like his knowledge or everything that he needs to know prior to going to Kenya. Because like anytime he had doubts or any questions, they'd be up on the live stream. Mostly Kid Greatness, not so much Austin Holloman, but you know what I'm saying. Like pretty much trying to talk away his doubts that he had going into Kenya. So like, are they culpable for what has happened? Kinda, which is why they had to make the video denouncing themselves from Jay Rello, damage control for their brand. Because I don't know, they knew he was a brand risk prior to all this, so I kind of question why they want to like make that kind of coalition. But hey, like the expected happened. We all saw this coming. We can't be surprised, and neither should they. So that's where like like my doubts, you know what I'm saying? Like why question everything?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Pat Val, but I got to get this next guest, man. I got to get him the floor.
Yeah, let's go.
This is a legendary YouTuber, man. I've been watching him for quite some time. Let me pull up my man. And shout out to the super chat real quick. Brandon Ball was done us the super chat. What Kid Holdness did was worse than Jay Rello scandal. Shout out to you for that. Let's go ahead and bring on my guy, Coops Corner in the building. What up, Coops Corner? I wish I had my applause, brother, but welcome to the show.
BMT, brother. How you doing, man?
What's good, brother? Are you out there in Kenya?
The super chat covering him, gang.
Hold on, I got you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you freezing just a little bit.
I'm at the airport. Right now.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. You're barking a little bit, brother, but what you got to say?
Talk to us.
So yeah, man. I mean, I was hearing people talking about that they don't like represent like the right people, right? But for instance, me, I can only speak for myself. I make quality content. I take pride in what I put out, and it really doesn't get the support from certain sectors. So people say that they want quality content, but do they really want it? Because they don't support it the same way that they support other things. That was really all I had to say.
That's facts. And you put out some great content, brother. I appreciate you pulling up.
Well, can I ask this question to Coop's Corner? Because like serious question, no troll, no nothing. But I was informed that like you were cool with Jay Rello once upon a time or whatnot. I just want to know your thoughts on what has transpired with Jay Rello and his dealings with Kenya.
In the crib with him.
It's Backpack Val
Exactly.
asking, by the way.
I was gonna ask the
How you
same
doing,
thing,
Backpack
man.
Val? How you doing, man? So I actually met Jay
Everything
Rello
great.
in real life.
About you too.
He's on a
I
little bit of
actually
a
met
delay.
Jay Rello in real life. I went to Gary, Indiana, to link up with him because I spoke to Razor, and then Razor said it would be a good look to meet up with him and try to boost up his morale. So I tried to put him in a good light. Made a video on Gary, Indiana. Met his mother, very very nice woman. But it's unfortunate he chose to go a different route, man. Because one thing about me, I'm gonna always be myself. So if I'm around anybody, I'm gonna always try to spread a positive light and just do positive things. So it's just unfortunate what happened, man.
Coop Corner, quick question, brother. This is Caribbean Casanova. Just so everybody could know, did you actually know about his background before you went out to Gary?
I think Coop froze a little bit.
God's plan.
Coops, you there?
So
yeah, I think you froze a little bit. You're in the airport right now, man. Okay, here you go.
All right, appreciate you guys, man. Peace. I'm about to hop off.
Okay, peace, man. Appreciate you pulling up.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Shout out, man. Coop's Corner.
Yeah,
Damn,
God's
Cass.
plan. God's plan.
Damn, Cass.
You already know.
BMT. What's good? What's good, bro? And I got you a letter, AK. I didn't mean to skip over you, but go ahead, Gil.
What's going on with y'all brothers, man? What I wanted to tune in on this is what I say. America love drama, man. These reality TV shows done messed the black culture up. They knew he was gonna mess up when they sent him. Charleston White, Whack 100. I live in LA. Charleston White, Whack 100. We don't understand how we watch them tear the black culture up and people still support it. So y'all just gotta let him see if fat meat is greasy, because he gonna end up in jail or dead in one of these countries playing around, and y'all just gonna have to let nature take its course. It's gonna happen, bro, because each place he go, he gotta top what he did at the next one. And now it just made it to Africa. You know what I'm saying, to where it's a lot of black people there, and it's making us look bad because we kind of connected to them more than we are Colombia and the DR and all that. But eventually it's gonna catch up with him, bro. It ain't gonna keep happening. For him to keep making money, he gonna have to keep doing shit. So eventually either some brothers gonna tear him up when they catch him, or he gonna do something to the point where they gonna get him out there and
Yeah.
set an example. But other than that, they gonna keep paying for him to go as long as it's drama, because that's what's selling. It's like reality TV, even with the females, the Atlanta Housewives, the fighting, they just tune in to watch it. The internet has took over because anybody can get on there and do anything. So until he go to jail and they make an example out of him, he gonna keep it up.
G. Gil, you speaking facts, and that's what I was trying to tell everybody. Like, at the end of the day, you know what the biggest issue is that they treat him kind of like a cam girl. You see what I'm saying? Because they can interact with him, they can make him do things for a few dollars. He gonna have sex on camera. That's exactly what the cam girls do, right? The niggas is in the chat, they donating them, and then they tell him to twerk and pop that ass, and that's exactly what this nigga's doing.
He gonna crash, bro. He is gonna crash. They gonna keep paying him until he crash. That's what they paying for. They gonna pay him to crash.
Here's the thing, G. Gil. The problem is, I agree with everything that you're saying. The problem is that we can't ignore what's going on, because the public perception is going to be that we condone this type of behavior. So it's damned if we do, damned if we don't. But we also have to set checks and balances in this travel space as well, where if one does something that needs to get checked, there's always going to be someone there that's going to cover. I get what you're saying. This type of content deserves no attention, but unfortunately, we have to do damage control, because we have to fight this negative perception amongst black men globally, and we're doing that every time that we travel. But we're doing ourselves a disservice whenever Jay Rello, gets his passport stamped. Whenever he gets his passport stamped, we take 6 steps back, automatically. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like we have to get on the front lines and denounce his behavior anytime it comes about, because
y'all can denounce it, but as long as right now, Jay Rello's name is ringing everywhere. My girl even seen this shit on World Star. I mean, this shit is everywhere of him doing that. So his name is popping, just like Charleston White. He diss Boosie kids and all. They do things that you really not supposed to do, and they'll sacrifice our whole race for that BS. They'll sacrifice our race and everything for them to get the money and the fame because he's never been famous before. You can look at the dude and tell he's a weirdo. You could just look at him and tell him it's a weirdo, and they paid him to go there. He didn't even have money to go there. They picked him to pay. That's like a plant. They plant and make our race look bad by people like that support it. You might have white YouTubers supporting him behind closed doors,
No,
just
here's the
throwing the
thing,
money
though.
at him just to
Very well
come
true.
make us prove their point, and he falling for it. Now what can we do? You got all these positive black people out there living their lives, and he come fuck it up for everybody. Now, cause you know you in another country, that's like a different set. One person do something, they not looking at it how we looking at it. They try to get all of us. So if I seen him over country, I'd take off on his motherfucking ass. I'm not even
Man,
gonna play with him. Because
here's the
if
thing,
I
though.
live there, now if I'm just traveling and all that, I don't care what you do, because I'm gonna represent myself how I represent myself. But if I live there and you come there for 2 weeks and fuck up everything I got going, like somebody could want to do something to Austin and them. You know, they is some brothers, no matter how they are, they some youngsters. I'm 47. That's fucked up that he go there and do that and put everybody living there in a situation where they got to explain this and he getting paid for it. Now he get to go back home to his comfortability and they got to explain this shit to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So eventually something gonna
Listen,
happen to him.
you got to make it to the airport first.
You know, G Gil, you know what? Like I think
Hold on. I want to catch Atlanta AK. You there still?
Oh yeah,
You've
I'm
been
here.
waiting patiently. Go ahead,
Yeah.
brother. What you got to say?
Yeah, I've been living in the DR for about 5 months now, and our image is real bad. Like we done
Hold
did
on.
some
Where at the DR though?
Puerto Plata. But
I mean, that's
I
close
lived
to
in,
Sasua.
I lived in
That's gonna be like that.
I lived in the capital as well for a little while. But yeah, Puerto Plata area, we
You
done
got a good
messed it
reputation in
up.
San Domingo, as far as I know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there, I blended in a little better. But up here, like this is kind of where all the new development is happening. This kind of where all the money is at. At least that's what I saw. So that's why I kind of posted up here. But yeah, our image is terrible. People mugging me every day. I always gotta like show them that I'm not them. So
yeah, you definitely. That's one thing about it. If you're dating a Dominican woman, you have to. If she knows about the Sioux and all that, you got to separate yourself immediately from that.
Yeah,
and like you don't even know that place exists.
We done.
But the Dominicans look at the Sasua as like they call it the scab of the country. That's what they call Sasua.
Yeah, and I'm happy that they fixing it up. I'm happy. That's good
Let me get
news.
super chat, man, and I'm gonna get my man Passportbros business class in a second. Shout out to my man 2 cents for $2 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says, let's create a page on a website and list Jrello as an undesirable and the reasons why with evidence. There needs to be a committee formed to reject these type of undesirables and list a code of conduct. That's a start. All right.
Somebody's already on it.
All right, Passportbros business class. I keep saying Passportbros business class. Yeah, what's good, bro? You there?
Yes. Hi. How you doing? Good evening, everybody. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good weekend.
It's been a minute, man. How you been, brother? It's been a minute.
I've been fantastic. I've been absolutely fantastic. On your topic, it's like we gotta basically just make sure that you distance yourselves from these passport Pookies and these other assorted ne'er-do-wells. Because the thing about it is they've ruined Sasua. They're going down to Brazil. They're going down to Colombia. They're messing that up too. So ultimately, the problem is these dudes, they have the ability to travel too. And I really don't think that they're messing up things for black men in general, because you got to remember, they're going to Africa. The people are black there for the most part, My only thing is just, you distance yourself from them in name and say, listen, we're not them. And you just keep on doing what you're doing, because at the end of the day, you're going to be accepted based upon how you act. It's not about a color so much when you go to one of these countries. It's about your nationality. It's about your behavior. So if you got somebody like this who, assaults somebody overseas, that's on him. So he's got to deal with the authorities. My only thing is you just distance yourself from them.
All right, so you don't think Jrello overall is making our image look, terrible?
No, any black man who goes abroad and gets talked about specifically on YouTube, especially by these women's fear clowns, ultimately, it looks bad, but my thing is, how much worse could it look? They already have a formed opinion of you anyway. They're already going to say what they say about you. That's why I feel like striking back. I feel like calling all of them passport pookies and passport. Well, first of all, we're not transport bros. Those are the transport bros. We got nothing to do with that. But they have formed a negative opinion about you anyway. So I want to call these people plantation bros. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, if they're plantation bros,
Or call them passport pookies. Yeah.
Well, no, but you got assorted people. The passport pookies are the niggas with a passport who have the just enough money to travel somewhere, and they're trying to blend in with us overseas. That's the passport pookies. Now the plantation bros are the ones who hate us the most because they can't afford to travel. They don't get vacation time. They ain't got the money. They're stuck here with the STDs and these women right here. They're stuck here. They can't go nowhere. And the farthest they could go is like Sasua, or they could get like a group discount to go to Colombia or Brazil. And then there's the transportation bros, what we call them the transport bros. And they're called the transport bros because they transport hoes. Those are your human traffickers. We got nothing to do with that, but they try to lump us all in together. So ultimately, what you got to do is you just distance yourself from it. The passport pookies will never be, basically, they're nothing more than plantation bros who have a passport. That's all they are. And they're going to go abroad, they're going to act stupid, and most likely they're going to get arrested, and they're going to get probably executed in a foreign jail. So I just distance myself from them. Just act the way you act and do your thing. That's it.
Yeah.
Have you ever supported him? Like sent him some money or something?
Have I ever supported who?
Like Jrello or anybody?
I don't, honestly, I have no idea who that nigga is. Honestly, I don't even know who it is. And if he does have a following, I've never heard of him before. So honestly, no, I've never supported him. No.
All right, shout out to TM with $2 super chat. It says Austin and Kid Greatness bad road to come as video evidence. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They begging him to come, but they flipped on him when he did Jay Rello. They flipped on him.
But I don't know how he got that far with that charge. Like, how is he getting that far with a charge, man?
Nah, it's simple. You know
like,
what I'm saying?
What if that was your sister? What if that was your mom? Like,
nah, it's simple because you got to remember. I know a lot, like the people that are really trying to represent this movement positively. These are men who have done everything that they could to be successful in life. These are people who try to push forth and try to create like a better lifestyle for themselves. But unfortunately, you have a degenerate version of that too. And you got to understand that, like, if people don't stand on principle, because not all money is good money, not all views is good views, not all viewers is good viewers. You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't stand on that principle and you'll just sell your soul just for some views and things of that nature, you're gonna let what this type of person would have. He had a background that everybody knew. You understand? And as men, the whole thing that we have to go off of is what people do. You understand? Everything, all the decisions they've made, the type of individual they've been, the choices they've made in the past should give you kind of like a clue of what type of individual it is. So you got to understand that there's a lot of people who are like him, dog. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who don't like women, gang. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a good rapport. Their experiences in their life wasn't positive. You know what I'm saying? It's not really hard to understand how he has a following, because there's way more people who have bad experiences with women than there are people with good experiences with women. That's the unfortunate truth.
His following is because he's ignorant, man. They like to follow an ignorant brother, man. Just think about it. Right now, ever since COVID, the black man has been traveling a lot. Black people have been traveling. Like Carnival Cruises shut down. Same thing. Sasua, it's these rules. Every place that they have to put these rules in, because brothers is going there and they acting a damn fool. Carnival Cruise. If you look at Carnival Cruise, it ain't even fun no more. It ain't even fun no more. They fighting. They done tore it up. Now, ever since everybody set up and watched BMT, and everybody travel, everybody is traveling now.
Sorry. On Carnival Cruises, you got to remember, those are not real passport bros. Those are passport pookies.
Exactly. And now they starting to go other places.
What you say? You said something about
if you're going on Carnival cruises, and you fighting people, you're not a passport bro. You're a passport Pookie.
For fried chicken too. Crazy.
Yeah, all right, let me catch the super chat real quick. My 2 cents.
Backpack, don't bring up fried chicken.
They keep funding him, but we can't record him. Touchdown.
But that was after. That wasn't before.
we was on our Pookie behavior gang.
Hold on. Yeah, can y'all hear me? Hold on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can.
Reporting him to the authorities in advance. Y'all talking about getting him out of the paint for real. My 2 cents $5 super chat says, as he lands to his next stop and place the documentation on the website page, we can do something. All right, my 2 cents getting. He trying to get this guy up out the paint.
Like fast, innovative. That's idea.
BMT, so BMT, what's the end game? BMT, what you think the end game is to all of this, man? I want to hear, since you're a traveler, you've been in this space a long time. What do you think the end game is for Rello acting a damn fool like this?
I think a cat like Jrello, we've all seen him. You know, we've all grew up in the inner cities and the bad neighborhoods. We've all seen guys like this before. I think he's his own worst enemy. I think something eventually, like you mentioned, will happen to him, whether it be through the locals, the local law enforcement, or him just doing some dumb shit and getting got on camera. That's what I think is going to happen to him personally.
Yeah.
I think he's
if he continues this route, his end role, right, will be time, right? Because success with no integrity is only borrowed time at the end of the day. So if he continues, you feel me? So if he continues at this rate, you feel me? It's only a matter of time. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, can he switch it up? Sure, but he's his own worst enemy. So, I doubt it. I doubt it.
Man, the man quit his job to do this shit. I was watching him where he quit his job to go out here to travel to mess up. So I know they're gonna keep paying him, and he gonna go to the wrong places, and they're gonna get him. I don't wish nothing on nobody, but that's just like somebody in the streets that's doing something all the time. Eventually, it's gonna catch up with you.
I'm more thrown off a bat about why would Austin and Kid Greatness even invite him to Kenya? Then he does Jay Rello, and then they try to flip it on him like
that's what we're all wondering. That's
we not.
That's
they
the
are
part
clout
that's troubling to me.
They're clout chasers.
Troubling. I'm not surprised, but I'm just like, damn. Like, I didn't think they would stoop that low, considering that they have a following of their own. They don't need to do the collab. So I don't know. It's weird to me.
We fell off, Backpack. People will do whatever for views.
This is the thing.
I guess so.
Man. Like YouTube, you had I've seen guys with 200, 300,000 subs and they get 400 views, bro. Look at
that's what I'm saying, BMT.
Boys Watkins and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hella videos.
YouTube is throttling people they don't like. They pause their subscribership.
Not only that, but what these younger YouTubers know is how to get back hot in the algorithm grace. That's what they were trying to do.
Right.
They're trying to get in the algorithm. When the best way to get in the algorithm is just come out with good, consistent content.
Nah, that's the problem, BMT. That's not the case no more. Because unfortunately, the algorithm. See, when people say the algorithm, they forget that you're not just talking about what videos that they're pushing.
Hold on. But what I'm talking about, to me, Austin's channel was doing better when he actually blogged daily. I think he should have stuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the problem is that he didn't have the ability to have these successful dates and continue them.
Born.
That's the issue. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to remember, at the end of the day, when it comes to women, you got to keep them entertained, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you not him, let me just put it this way. Now, I'm not talking about Austin specifically. I'm just speaking in general terms. If you're not him, even if they may find you attractive at first, once they found out you a goofball or you a weirdo, or you know what I'm saying, you just don't know how to kind of treat a woman and things of that nature, or you have a mindset that they're not rocking with, then date 2 or 3, unless you paying them and unless they're gold diggers, they're not going. The interest is going to fade immediately.
That's a good point. Passport Blueprint, welcome to the show, bro.
Salute to the host, salute to everybody in the panel, salute to the chat. I have a question. Maybe you guys can answer it. When he films this stuff, where does he put it at?
Twitter.
I don't know.
Are you talking about his adult things?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a Twitter feed. That's a Twitter stream.
Okay. Do you realize I'm gonna throw a real curveball at you guys. Do you know how many federal laws he's broken?
What do you mean?
He broke a lot of laws. No. He's actually right. You
No, I know. Oh, I know. BMT. You know I'm playing stupid for the chat. You know what do you mean, Bless? Passport blueprint. Explain it in detail.
18 USC 1462 and 1465 importation or transportation of obscene material, criminalizing bringing obscene illicit recordings into the United States or transporting them across state or international lines, even if the act was legal abroad. The non-consensual nature of the recording can make it obscene or explicit under U.S. law. Meaning, if he didn't get a written consent verifying age and consent, he can go to jail.
That's a whole fact. And you do realize that even if you do get written consent, you can revoke your consent verbally.
And this is how real it is. Like, he can't even leave Kenya until he get like a yellow fever shot, and you gotta wait 10 days.
To go somewhere else, yeah, but to come back to the States, I don't think so.
Yeah, well, they saying on like Kenya social media, like Nairobi gossip, something. They got politicians on there saying that they want to report him to the, to the consulate and all of that.
Word.
They looking for him.
They dropped his address.
They dropped his address?
Yeah, they dropped his address.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah, why you think he been quiet?
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
You know, it's important that this.
Play them DV games.
You better hope.
This might be it for him right here. To be honest with you.
You know, it's funny because it truly depends on how he handles it, and I don't think he's mature enough to make it happen. Because here's the reality: like a lot of people will say that they believe that this was a ploy. You know what I'm saying? It was a play. It was definitely staged. You feel me? Like that's their personal opinion. And what's crazy? What's crazy? What's up? What you said already?
Might have been a Carter 4 play.
Right. And what's worse about the whole situation already, wow. So what's worse about the whole thing is that if it was a play, that's even worse. Because that means he did this on purpose, and it's gonna make the whole travel space look bad when it comes to the brothers. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's even. If it was even if it was like a play and it was hatched and they was premeditated and everything, that makes this 10 times worse. It's better for him to just be a dummy, you know what I'm saying, and just him suffering from arrested development and not being able to make these adult decisions than for him to run a play like this.
And currently, right now, the airports are flagging passports for any reason. Like they're looking at social media, they're looking through phones, they're looking through a whole bunch of other stuff.
That's facts. I'm looking for any articles. Most of the articles look like they just kind of. I seen one publication, but I haven't seen too many articles as of late about the actual DV part. They just getting on him about speaking bad on Kenyan women, but they haven't got to him just yet. Maybe it's late over there.
BMT Ronan looking for the link, man.
Ronan in the chat?
Yeah, I just dropped it.
Most of the guys who donate to them, they don't even travel, so they don't really care about like how the image make other black travelers look because they don't travel anyway. They guys that want to.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That's a fact. I mean, they treat them like a cam girl. That's the reality. Like, and I know it sounds like I'm making a joke, but I'm not. Like, that's exactly how they look at him and how they treat him. And what's better for them is that they're able to live vicariously and live their devious behavior that they wish they could do through him.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't think he's going to get arrested, right? Because, unfortunately...
He might.
I know,
but... at least, I would think they will at least investigate.
The reason why I don't think so, BMT, I'll tell you this. I believe that they don't want to put Kenya in the bad light because of where he met her and what type of woman she is. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that's just the case. You know, it's bad enough if she was a upstanding, you know, good woman who didn't have no kind of like crazy background, she still wouldn't get that kind of attention. So when you add those and you compound it with the fact that she's a working girl, I don't think she gonna. To be honest, I don't think he's gonna get arrested. What I do think is that his behavior is just like G. Gill was talking about. It's gonna make him crash out eventually, and he's gonna have to deal with the consequences of behavior and something he ain't gonna be able to get out of.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I think I got somebody in the background. Hold on. Is this J Lock? Oh, there you
Yeah, it's
go.
me. Yeah, it's me. Yeah.
What's going on, Runner? Hold on, J Lock. Hold on for a second.
What's going on,
What,
fellas? How you guys doing?
What's good? What's good, brother?
Man, it's been a long 2 days. I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So many
What's
comments, so many things going on with Jay Rello and everything that's going on in the travel space right now. So, you know,
I like it, Ronan, because it's making everybody see that there's separation.
Yeah, I mean, BMTN, we've had conversations offline a long time ago about putting some things in place where you guys can protect your brand. You know, and it's coming to light, man. Every time something happens, they're associating your brand to the fuckery. When do you hold these social media sites and these different content creators like Tasha K and, you know, all the other ones, World Star, accountable for associating somebody that clearly said they're not a passport bro? Accountable for defamation.
You got Kenyans in the chat.
Well, it's going to be difficult, Ronan, because think about it, right? I know he has a trademark, but it's going to be a really difficult fight because it's too much of a common word, right? So if somebody's saying a passport bro, they're just saying a brother with a passport. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be super difficult for him.
Here's the thing: the first one that you get to fall, the other ones will have a hesitation on throwing that name out there without confirmation. You got to get one though. Once you get one and they know that you have a habit of slapping the shit out of anybody misusing your brand, then they'll be a little more cautious about verifying be a passport bro or not. Let's not use that word right now. You know how the small hats get away with that shit. Yes, they own things, but eventually they scream loud enough for kick dog hollers, but yet and still closed mouths don't get fed. You know, the name's out there now. The brand is out there now. It's big enough. White boys are trying to take it over. Everybody's trying to take over the brand, the name. You get what I mean? So now it's about time to lock it down and start controlling who's associated with your brand. You know?
There is no centralization. There is no fraternity. There is no swearing in. There is no administration. Basically, the people who you're complaining about who pop in and out, they can do that simply because there is no role. There is no centralization. So the bottom line is, I just make it clear. It's like I don't count white men as passport bros at all. I don't count passport pookies. I don't count transport bros. You basically can delineate it, but they can say whatever they want because there is no centralization.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think you need to just go ahead and rebrand BMT. I'm not gonna lie, because I think
no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter.
No, I understand, but what I mean, Passport Bros Business Class, is the fact that just the name, the brand, Passport Bros, I don't think it could be put into a situation where it's going to really monetize for him and really kind of be positive, because it's just all the negative press that's been around. I don't know if you noticed, but no matter what, they never bring the positive stuff.
Of course not. But that's up to you.
But hold on. It's really like a back and forth thing. It depends on what region you in.
True.
As well. America, nobody cares what Americans going to say as far as these international streets, Passport Bros have good reputations in Philippines and Asia. It's just it's a massive phrase right now, bro. I haven't seen anything to this level. Maybe you guys have, but I haven't seen anything to this level that wasn't like a corporation billion-dollar marketing scheme. This is something that organically grew on TikTok and various platforms. And this is something that's kind of new, right? And yeah, everybody's trying to steal it. It's several Facebook groups. It's, people applying. It's all types of stuff going on behind the scenes that I won't get into. But
I mean, even Austin denying that he was a Passport Bro tried to use the name with Redbeard, call a dating show Passport Bros.
Let me ask you this, BMC.
One more time, Ronan.
I said, even Austin, after denying being a Passport Bro, with Redbeard, try to turn it into a dating website type of thing where you can sign in with them and they'll teach you how to date women overseas. And they started calling it a Passport Bro dating site or something like that. They were still trying to misappropriate the name, even after he denied being a Passport Bro.
But hold on. First of all, once you actually tattoo it on yourself, you're pretty much not able to get that off. And you can cover up the tattoo as much as you want. It doesn't really matter. But the bottom line is, if the people are using like the Passport Bro moniker in order to build a following and then abandoning it and trying to say, oh yeah, well they act up, so that's the reason why. If they're using that as an excuse, the bottom line is, it's like that just shows you that it's too fluid that people can just come in and out at will. But what I'm saying is, when we go abroad, most of these people, they don't even get our media. They don't really know anything about Passport Bros. They just know that you're a wealthy American traveler. And if you're you're a black, wealthy American traveler. That's all they really know.
Let me ask you this, BMC. You
I have to disagree with you on that.
Why would you disagree on that?
That's been passed around a lot in Brazil.
Yeah, but no. First of all, that whole thing with Brazil and Austin Holloman. First of all, that was one of those media. That was a media skit bullshit. What that was you had like one or two lesbians talking shit. What they did was they made it so that because first of all, he was never arrested. He was never under any level of investigation by the media. They tried to play it up. They tried to pretend that he was. Look at who interviewed the chick. It was like nobody. It was like their media services. You don't even remember her name. That's how unimportant she was. He ended up on Fox 26, interviewed by that guy who I don't even remember what his name is. I just remember the interview. Yo, it was never that serious. They were trying to play it up like, oh man, he's under threat. Somebody's coming after the Passport Bros in Brazil. That never happened. It was bullshit. The whole thing was a media. It was like one of those pranks. I mean, come on, seriously? No, listen, when you go abroad, you're a black man in their country. They see you as such. You're a black American and you got money. That's all they see. They don't know fucking Passport Bros. Nobody knows what you are unless you tell them.
Passport Bros is a trending term.
I'm sorry, CC. I couldn't use Jordan.
Hey, you got a nice super chat.
I got you, my man. Let me catch the super chat real quick. Shout out to Life of Bill with $10 super chat. I see that logo too, man. Unfortunately, we should have been checking dudes like Jay Rello years ago. Now it's too late. I think we did pretty much.
How do you check him?
I had him on a panel a year and a half ago.
My question is, how do you check somebody like that?
Say that one more time, Ronan.
I said I had him on the panel and we did a full-blown interview and I told him about truth and accountability. I went down the line on how he was moving. He should be improving every time he traveled. We should see marked improvement in him. In one ear and not the other.
Yeah, that's a lost cause.
A year and a half ago. And everything that's happening now, we've all warned him.
All right, shout out my man, wonderful.
Go ahead.
Shout out my man, wonderful Charles, the $10 super chat. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate that once again. BMT, do you remember I said the same thing 4 years ago? I made the correlation to Freaknik and you downplayed it. It too grew organically. You're absolutely right. I don't remember downplaying it, but you're absolutely right.
Right up until the white man shut that shit down.
I don't think you guys.
It is a good correlation because Freaknik was a bunch of college students at first. It was dope. I've been to a couple of Freakniks when I was a kid, and then the street cats got involved. And that's what ruined Freaknik.
But you know what? It's important for you to remember the reason why that the Passport Bros is growing. It's growing simultaneously with the fact that this society is recognizing that young men are disengaging from women, not dating, and now we're giving them an option: get a passport, go overseas, and meet somebody better. That's the reason why it's growing like that. Otherwise, they wouldn't care.
business class.
Yes.
I think this is kind of like something that's just morphed. It's been around for a very long time.
Oh, yes,
It's
yes.
just been rebranded, this. And if you notice, every time it comes about, whether it was the Red Pill movement, whether it was MGTOW, whether it's the Passport Bro movement, if you notice, that same energy, that same feminist, superpower seems to just attack it. I don't know. It just feels like a losing cause because every single time it starts to get traction, it just seems like they just throw dirt and just completely throw a media campaign to just focus and perpetuate all the negativity as if there isn't, thousands of men traveling positive and doing great things,
Well, I understand what you're saying, but you also have to remember their end goal is simply to, denigrate it, basically.
Correct.
The Passport Bro end goal is to get a relationship, to get married, and to start a family. They cannot win simply because your end goal is something that actually has a building of something. They don't build anything. Women do not build anything. Feminism has built absolutely nothing.
Oh, I'm not trying to get you started, business class.
No. Listen, all I'm saying is very, very simple. Feminism has built absolutely nothing. They're complaining that you're taking resources and you're going and getting women, quote unquote, that are better than them, or that women that they can't compete with. That's why they're complaining. They can't do anything to stop you because what you're doing is 100% legal. So they have no end goal. We actually have an end goal.
Yo, hold on, let me catch this comment real quick. I want to touch upon this comment. Mika, I guess that's Mbazi. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. She said, Jrello better find the U.S. Embassy. As long as his address is online, he is not safe. He shouldn't even go outside. So it's getting real for him over there. They just put his address up.
Well, is Mbazi aware that like domestic violence happens in Kenya like regularly?
Yeah, but
it's
still horrible because
we're
we're
non-factor when you're not from there, though, bro.
Right, we're not from there.
I was on Beach Road one day and saw a Thai couple engaging in combat, like fighting. Nobody did anything. That had been a brother fighting a Thai woman to see what you saw what I'm saying?
Trust me, it's not as big a thing as Austin Holloman in Brazil. It's not as big. You're not going to see this covered on Fox 26. It's not going to happen. Trust me.
I mean, it's getting around, brother. We can't say
getting
that.
Around, yeah, but YouTube has basically silenced most of the manosphere. You're not going to hear about it.
Do you think it would be constructive to do like an interview with a major platform? I'm talking about
No.
Let me ask BMC, brother. I mean, being as though you the face behind the brand and you started it, like to clear up any misconceptions about Passport Bros. Like we don't do this. We're not sex tourists. We're not with disrespecting countries. This is what we do.
I've done so many shows. I've probably done 150 shows about that, but I will continue to stand on business and do more shows about that. But we've had these discussions so many times.
Right, I mean, like on a major platform, like even like a blog, even like a major blog, like in the African American community, like just to clear up the misconceptions, not like within the space, but like within like
That's a good point. And I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like Joe Budden or some shit.
Go to Breakfast Club or some shit, right?
Yeah, it's not going to make it there. In fact,
even the shade room, something like that.
To ignore it. I think they're doing their best to ignore it. They bring up the fact that the men are disengaging. They bring up the fact that young men are disengaging. But what they don't ever bring up is all of the reasons why that have been brought up by the manosphere or by even the Passport Bros about why they're disengaging. They try to ignore it as best they can.
Okay, let me catch this coming real quick. And I got you, J-Lock. I got you in a second. He says, Jrello is not Kenyan. And clearly, you don't know how Kenyan youths move. They don't wait for the media or police. All right, so she's saying they're going to get busy on Jrello in Kenya. Go ahead, J-Lock.
Yeah.
I was gonna say hello, gentlemen, in this channel, in this panel. And one thing I want to ask, Caribbean Casanova, your name is not Smooth, are you? Not Smooth. Right? All right, okay. All right, another thing I want to tell you guys is this: you guys are forgetting here. I see a lot of people in the previous Razor channel, and somebody said something. People got mad. Y'all forget, Jay Rello is Jamaican.
Ooh.
And the thing is, he's Jamaican descent, and the thing is, they putting passport bros and shit like that, and y'all gotta clear this shit up right now. Because Jamaicans and Africans, they gangbang at each other, man. I've never seen. I heard New
Now,
York
J-Lo,
stories
J-Lo,
about it.
what information you said? How you know he's Jamaican?
Because he's at Gary, Indiana. I know somebody from Gary, Indiana. He's Jamaican. He's Jamaican. Somebody was like, "Oh, that dude Jamaican, man. What the fuck?" He was like, "That's why I'm next door."
And he's FBA. So see, there's a confusion right there. They don't even really know his true lineage.
Yeah, it don't matter. He's American. That's what people gonna see because
Chicago
it don't matter his ancestry because they're just gonna associate with a Black American. You know what I mean? And then what's worse, so not even just a Black American, but they calling him a passport bro. That's what's even worse.
World starts calling him a passport, bro.
Yeah, and right now he's in a situation. He
big
got
outlet,
no
but one big outlet.
He got no protection right now.
You know what sucks about it? Him being called the passport bro on World Star is that now in the Black culture, that's what they're gonna perpetuate. You know what I mean?
But guess what? If we got like a Casanat in front of us, they're gonna think what? He's gonna think he's a Black American. But the thing is, Casanat is what? He's Trinidad and Haitian. So he acts like a nigga. They're gonna think, oh, he's Black American no matter what. So that we don't have no say. So if FBAs or Black Americans don't have no say, so who we gatekeep? This is why it's important to gatekeep to and who's the perpetrators behind this shit. That's why I'm like, oh shit, he's Jamaican. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, what the fuck?
I hope you're not going off of the name Scott Ensley because that's not his name.
No.
I don't think he's Jamaican.
You don't think he's Jamaican?
Nah.
Hey, like they said before, it don't matter if he was Jamaican or not. They're gonna consider him to be Black American regardless.
So what you're saying is World Star is covering this right now?
Bro, he's got a video that went viral. It got like 170,000 views in like one day.
And what was the video about?
It literally was showing the full video of what happened in Kenya.
Oh, do we have a link? Do we have a link to that?
Yeah, but you can't watch it on here. But yeah, I can show you
of it because it shows everything that's off of their website.
Yeah, I can show it to you in the back chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll look for that. I'll check and see if I can find that.
He on the Nairobi Gossip
I'm
Club.
stopping this live, man.
3 million followers.
All right, I don't want to. That's the video. Passport Bro Business Class. You can see it on World Star, but this is the original video.
So, in very short, what ultimately did he do that was like egregious?
No, they call it. They saying Jrello is Jamaican.
No, I mean besides being Jamaican, what did he do that's egregious?
So just to give you the quick recap.
Yes.
That dude, Kid Greatness and him went to a brothel.
Okay.
So Kid Greatness put him on to the brothel for him to pick someone out.
Okay.
So he picked someone out while he was there, under the guise of, you know, hey, I want you to, you know, me and you to engage in what we're going to engage in on camera, right? Now, I'm not sure of the details. I don't know if he told it was going to live stream. I don't know if he told it was just going to record it, right? So at the end of the day, fast forward to now, they're in the hotel condo. They're in the bed, right? And he's trying to get it started. And she's like, nah, the camera, turn that off, you know, like you streaming or whatever. And he goes, you know, no, you know, you told, you know, that's why you're here. And of course, she just says no, right? Let's just say she says no. So he starts to try to kind of like pull the cover off of her, and she's fighting it back to pull it back on. And then immediately he just snaps, right? Because he's like, oh, so you lying to me? You know, you said you was going, that's the whole reason why I brought you. He gets up, he throws her things at her. I don't know what he threw at her, but he threw something at her. I'm assuming it's her clothes, but I don't know. You can't really see it that clear, right? So while he throws her clothes at her, he gets up and he's just losing it. Like he's going crazy. Like, yo, you lied to me. You know, bitch this, you know, hold this, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, Shorty's butt naked. She only has a G-string on, right? So he's sitting there trying to, you know, he's like, yo, get your clothes on. Put your clothes on. I told you, you know what I mean? If I tell you put your clothes on. So he's talking to her like super aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Now, while he's following her, while he's recording her, while he's live, right? And she's naked. So he's right up on her, following her with the camera. So just like any person would do, right when he's right on her, you know, she don't know what he's doing. He's getting real aggressive. I'm talking about the type where she don't know if he gonna put hands on her. She get real close. She swing back. You know, she throw an elbow to smack either the phone or him away, whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? Soon as that happened, he puts the phone down, and then we just hear a lot of tussling. We hear a lot of smack noises. We don't know what happened because, you know what I'm saying, it went down. But if anybody would put two and two together, to our best, you know, speculation, there was physicality happening. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. So then the camera turns on later. He's still mad aggressive, but now she got her phone recording him. So that's basically what happened as far as what we saw. Most of it you got to infer, but from what we saw just visually, that was fucked up enough. Like if forget about whether he put hands on her or not, just that little freaking first 30-second clip is enough to fucking just make us look, I mean, like the biggest POSs in the world.
Okay, I see. Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely a problem.
There you go. Now you know, Passport Bros in business class. Now you know.
When you watch the video, you'll see he dropped the link in the back chat.
Thank you.
This is what they say on the Nairobi page. There is a Black American man who has really dragged this great nation and women. Nobody is allowed to disrespect us and our women. The same guy allegedly assaulted another woman on live stream. We need a statement from the embassy. And that's from like a major political scientist in
Hey, send me the. Hey, put the link in the back chat. I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
I'll pull that up.
Well, ultimately, the authorities there have to deal with it. So if she makes a complaint,
Business class, that's the link right there.
Thank you very much. Yeah, well, you know, hopefully the authorities there deal with it, and you know, we denounce that. We denounce that behavior. We denounce him. So. If what's Kenyan prison like? Is it nice this time of year or what?
Yo, send me the link to that article. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Let me pull this up. Oh, this is on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, just like Victali and Johnny Somali, you know, it's going to take somebody actually being made an example of to stop this fucking crash out shit within our community itself. Johnny Somali wasn't necessarily considered a passport bro.
You know what? No, Johnny Somali should have been executed.
Johnny Somali actually suffering over there. They got his ass hemmed up on Korea right now.
Good. The Japanese don't play that.
The Koreans, he's in Korea right now. The Koreans like
the Koreans don't play that.
Yeah, they got him on fines on top of fines, dude.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, they got him on fines, but they already convicted him of a 5-year term, and then they're going after a couple more charges. So
yeah, they going. That's like 30 years right there.
Nah, they should put him in North Korea.
Dang.
So until this space gets locked down like that,
it's a damn shame that it's a damn shame you have to like advocate for people to be arrested in order to stop them from you know.
But
if it was up to me, he'd be in North Korea.
But guess what? But the thing is, you got Jai Somali and Jrello. It's not FBAs. It's just descendants of people that look like us. That means that look like us. They call them passport bros. No, damn well, their background is different. They not a Black American. They just saying they passport bros. They should know better than that, though. That's like defamation.
Oh, and by the way, this person, Mika Mbazi, she keeps on saying ban FBAs from Kenya. You ain't got that kind of power, so you might pipe down.
Yeah, we all not bad.
Like I said, at the least, I think he should.
Mika, I need you to come up and just explain this to them so they understand.
Passport flagged, so the next time he comes back in the country, he can't leave.
You talk about bad FBA. Why would you bet the Caucasian people that's sending HIV and all that stuff like that and diseases all over your country, man?
Well, first of all, if they've got HIV, I would have had them executed, but we're not allowed to just do that. So the thing
I'm talking about old girl Mika. I'm talking about old girl Mika. I'm talking about you ain't got no smoke for the fucking Caucasian people that's over there ransacking your shit, man.
Yeah, don't think just because you got real hair that you call the shots.
I mean, y'all mad at her, but this the type of
Here's the
backlash
thing.
you're gonna get when
She's
you
just
got
here
dudes
to
just pushing
irritate
like
people. Hold up. She's just here to irritate people. But at the end of the day, you got Nigerians over there wreaking havoc in Kenya.
Oh, hell yeah.
FBA? Come on, sis. Really?
You take this to another conversation.
You got no. Let's take it further. You got Chinese people over there messing y'all land up. Stop it.
FBA is run Kenya.
Yo, ID.
That's
When they love the white man. I'm trying to hold up. Oh, she came in and went right back out. I guess y'all scared off.
Good.
Yeah, we all not bad, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like if the community splinters off into like these different factions where people are saying FBA,
Africa,
you know,
FBA
all
free.
this, what'll happen is that you just gonna weaken the whole fight.
D lady fan.
We stronger together. All that.
Facts.
She probably was said.
You know, I feel like honestly, that probably term was definitely probably pushed by blacks, but I guarantee you, man, which came up by a white man just to sit there and sow dissension in between the black community, bro. He coined it for sure.
There's some
But
Kenyans in the chat. Y'all lucky to pull up now. Y'all welcome to come on the show.
So would you be in favor?
Africans. We never said we didn't like Africans. That's not
because from the outside looking in, they don't distinguish us apart.
Exactly.
So
we
it's
gotta
like,
put these passport Pookies on
We
the
all
no
look
fly
like
list.
at the end of the day to white people, remember?
Facts.
We need to
even
put
if you light skinned like Ronan.
We need to put passport Pookies on the no fly list.
All right, Caribbean. I know that was a slide little.
No,
text.
damn son, you see, sensitive ass light skins, man. Like I did not mean nothing by it.
Kenyans have no power. Wow.
It just annoys me that you got non-FBA like descendants of Jamaican Caribbeans and descendants like Somalis and stuff like that as posing. You know, they just hate on them. It's just ridiculous now, man.
I
It's
think it's Jamaicans and Gary. I think he's just a regular black. You know.
But even if he is from Jamaica, as far as his ancestry is concerned, that don't mean nothing. He's an American citizen. Like it don't matter the ancestry because they don't care. They don't care if he's Jamaican. They don't care if he's Haitian. They don't care if he's from Kenya himself, right? They still gonna be like, nah, a black American male. He could literally have family be from Kenya, but if he's American, they gonna hit him with the black American, and then if he's a passport traveler, they gonna hit him, or a traveler in the space, they gonna hit you out with the passport, bro. They don't care.
Remember when we had the Kenyan on the panel? You were on the panel, I think. Then.
Yeah, I remember.
He even said, "Yo, they're gonna probably beat the girl when they take her back to the brothel."
Right.
Because she didn't do what she was supposed to do, and that's gonna cost them. And probably starve her out that day. Yeah.
So here's the thing, like this is what I kind of was alluding to a little bit. The fact that this happened to that woman, that type of woman, it's gonna be worse for her. When people talking about like, oh, it's gonna, you know, he might get arrested. I doubt it highly, because at the end of the day, they don't value the black queens like that. Be in that type of lifestyle, dog. They really don't. Like it's horrible. You know the vibes. You know the culture. You know what it is over there. You know how they deal. You know what I'm saying, for the the negative connotation, of like, how African, it's very machismo, masculine, all that. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm worried that he does, like, here's what I'm really worried about. I'm worried that nothing does happen and then he does something horrific and then it's lights out for the Passport Bro brand. That's my worry. Because remember, when he got stranded, it wasn't Jrello who got stranded. It was Passport Bro got stranded. You know what I'm saying? When he went viral. Like, it's never going to be, FBA or black. No, it's going to be Passport Bro ...
Yeah, but if you're a black man and you travel to another one of these countries, they're automatically going to label you a passport.
That's my point.
That's my point. There is no fraternity. There's no membership.
Right. There is a membership. You can subscribe to the Passport Bro app by BMT. Salute.
How many of you have like a membership number? Like this is Costco or some shit? Like nobody?
BMT got mad subscribers to the Passport Bro app. Chill.
What, you got membership numbers?
Hold on. I just popped back in. What's happening now? What you say, Passport Class?
No, what I'm saying is, he was saying that dude who got stranded in another country, people referred to him as Passport Bro gets stranded in another country. Just by being black and just by being a man in another country, they're automatically going to label you a Passport Bro. Especially if you're broadcasting something bad happening to you. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're gonna do the worst on you anyway. If you were live streaming your marriage to some Korean chick or some Chinese chick, nobody's gonna pay attention to that shit. But as soon as you're like, oh well, Passport Bro is stranded and needs $5 super chats to get home, now they're gonna make fun of you. That's why you got.
That's what happened. Did you know? Do you know that he went viral already for specifically that Passport Bro?
I remember that. I remember. But you know, you gotta call those. You gotta call these people But listen. They're gonna label you Passport Bro anyway. So all you can do is just do your best. Just act
My
right.
point exactly.
That's all. They're gonna label you anyway, just because you black. So it doesn't even matter. It really doesn't matter what you do. Just be on your best behavior.
Also,
Pastor,
somebody's on that 2G.
That's like also white. I hate using this word. That's like this also white supremacist racist type shit. Oh, you a black man going traveling? Oh, Passport Bro. Oh, you over in China and Japan? Passport Bro. You know, you can't take a vacation without getting labeled as Passport Bro. It's like some Jim Crow type shit. Man. What the fuck?
That's what I was saying.
But look at what happens. Look at what happens when one of these dudes gets drugged or dies in Colombia. They automatically label him a
Passport Bro, for sure.
It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't even matter what color you are.
You're right.
I think BMT did a video on that before.
I did a numerous amounts of videos.
He did a series.
That's why I got into an argument with that.
Of the popularity of the term Passport Bro. Like everybody used it for clicks and views, including major media outlets.
Yes,
everybody uses it for clicks and views. Bro. That's what it's about.
I got into a direct argument with Austin Abetya, and I was saying, yeah, this dude's not a Passport Bro, and I left that comment on a Vice video about because I don't know how that dude came up and automatically he's the Passport Bro of reference, right? I was like, yo, he's not a Passport Bro, he's not black. And then he tried to comment back to me, oh, I am not a Passport Bro. I didn't even justify his comment with a reply. Because the bottom line is, if you allow all these other people, if you allow them to lump themselves in, as soon as something goes wrong and they fuck up or get killed or get drugged or whatever it is, that's what's going to happen. Passport Bro drugged and killed in Colombia. That's exactly what happens every single time.
So do you see what I was saying about it earlier, Passport Bro business class? I feel like that brand is just going to be attacked forever.
Your skin is going to be attacked forever.
What was that?
Your skin color is going to be attacked forever.
For sure. That's a good point.
I can't change it, so why run from it?
True. That's a good point.
Yeah, they're only labeling it. If you were a white man doing the exact same thing, what would you be? Expat, digital nomad, or some bullshit stupid name. And the bottom line is, white men have been doing this shit forever, but only when we do it, now it's a problem.
All right, shout out my man Brandon Clark, Stockton Papper said Passport Bros brand will be fine. The negative will come and go. The brand will continue to thrive long term. Shout out my man Brandon Clark in the building. I asked this chick to pull up. She's been trolling pretty heavy. Mika, if you want to pull up, you're welcome to pull up.
Like Zed.
She's a plantation, bro.
I mean, but hold on. Like let's imagine if she's Kenyan, right? And imagine if she's
not Kenyan. She just said she's not Kenyan and she's just pissed.
But I mean, at the end of the day,
shut the fuck up, man. What the fuck is you complaining? It's not you.
No, I know. I got you.
But Mika, if you think about it and you read the room, every brother on this panel is pissed as well. So you're speaking to the fucking crowd. We sitting here talking about how we can prevent the misrepresentation of the brothers that are Passport Bros and brothers like me that are U.S. veterans. We got nothing to do with that shit.
Now I
But
think
we're
that's
all
AI.
lumped into the same group as black men. We're all going to be lumped in the same group as being a part of this negative connotation of black men traveling all over the world.
Now that's like AI.
I don't know what my mind said. It's true. Where are my minds? Goddamn.
It's like a troll or something. She not real.
Yeah, VLT. Every time you live, your mods is missing, man. I don't know what you doing to your mods. You pissing them off.
Bro, I talk to my minds daily. That's the crazy part.
You're not paying them enough.
I don't know where they at tonight. They might be. They
be getting mad. They be getting mad at you. They be getting mad at you. Go ahead.
Give them a little. That's the problem. They in Medellin partying. They in pocket airs right about now.
They be getting mad at you when you be talking about all black women are like that. They be like, hell no, BLT, god damn it. You gotta pick a side.
Nah, these dudes, my mom's out there living, man. All right. But guys, it's been a great show, man. We almost at the 3-hour mark. I'm gonna go ahead and we got so many on the panel.
Yeah, I ran to the immigration office and back, and y'all still on.
Yeah, I'll just say this. In the background, I watched the video that you showed me, and I saw the whole thing. Oh, man, if there's any of those women's fear YouTubers left, they're just going to say, oh, this is another example of Passport Bros abusing black women or some shit.
You gave them content for a year. Yeah, you just gave every woman content for a year.
Remove that,
Well,
that comment. Nobody want to see that.
I wouldn't say they gave them content for a year, but at least a month.
It'll keep coming back up, believe me. They'll just stacking on top of everything else as proof.
And then they put it on World Star, which basically ensures that everybody sees the shit. So, you know.
All right. Well, guys, once again, it's been a great show. I want to thank everybody that's been on the panel. Shout out to everybody, man, coming on, speaking on this situation. Play yourself out. At the end of the day, I do believe the Passport Bros brand will, like my man Brandon say, will survive and thrive. So shout out to everybody on the panel. Till next time, we out.
Salute.
Peace.
Peace.